Checkity, checkity. Microphone checkity. Old Mankey, what's up? It has been a minute. What's up, Cutie Beck? Buzz King. I knew what you were putting down there, Old Mankey. I was picking up what you were putting down. Punked Kelly! Dairy 211, what's happening? Darth Wacko in the house. It's almost time, kids. I was debating if I need to bring the fan in here. It's a nice cool day out, but the cool air's not getting in. That'll be fine. I'm not hot. Randy C, what's up? How are you now? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's almost time. Let me get this music down a little bit. Chicka, 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 chicka. Right about there, ski. That should be a good balance. And hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday. How the are ya? I needed this stream. It has been a long week. I've been going nonstop for 12 days because last weekend was Washington State SummerCon. Looking forward to a little bit of a more chill weekend, but that was fun. I had a good time. We do have a free NFT for everybody tonight. Anybody guess the inspiration? Hopefully you get that one pretty quick. Randy C said SG. It is not Stargate. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I know you meant Supergirl. I know. I'm doing bleeping good. I love it, Miss. Hey, Liz Misty, I hope you're feeling better. Darth Vader. Nailed it. I hope you're feeling better, Liz. I mentioned about, I don't know, halfway through last week's stream, I was like, Liz Misty is out tonight, and I didn't hear from her, but it turns out I did. You had sent a Twitter message, and I just hadn't seen it. What's up, Matthews Ranch? Oh, our boy Matthews Ranch bought into the hype that I've been running the last few weeks and scored himself a nice numbered to 50 of the, is it the Angel? No, not the Angel. What was the card? I have one. I know it's number 2 in this set, so it should be right on top of that one. The fairy. Yeah, he pulled a numbered to 50 gold fairy. Man, that's a nice one. I would be happy with one of those. There's a sub. Hey, what's up, Nachi? How are you now? Yes, the stomach flu, food poisoning truly sucks. Thank goodness I'm doing much. Oh, yeah, I've been there before. That is never fun. I'm glad to hear you're doing better. Welcome back to the living. Misty said, oh yeah, I read that. Monster Pete, how are you now? Welcome. Happy NFT Friday. NFT Friday. Oh yeah, I need to come up with a NFT Friday. Last weekend, Washington State SummerCon, a lot of fun. I only did 2 panels, and it really was like the best. I was able to go out and enjoy the con, and I was still able to enjoy hosting some panels. On Saturday, I hosted Matt Ryan. He was lovely. Really enjoyed getting to meet him. I went over to his booth before the panel, a few hours before. Not a terribly long line. I just waited, and I went up and introduced myself and and he lit up when he heard I was the moderator, and he said, "You ask whatever you want. We'll have a good time." We did. He was very sweet. He was one of those, like, I can tell it's going to be a good panel when they come up and they shake my hand and they look at me in the eyes and act like, oh, this is another human being up here with me, not, oh, this is a piece of furniture, like others have been. Allie was there. Allie, thank you for the, Allie kicked off the hype train, but thank you for the sub. What was this? 72 months at tier 2. I saw Allie and her family. Got a chance to hang out and chat with them. Always good. Had a good time talking with her. We talked VeeFriends. We looked to see if we could trade some cards. Turns out we didn't have anything to trade, but it was still fun to look. The eye contact is very important. I've had a number of panels where the person or people didn't really acknowledge me much, and they didn't go as well as the ones where they did. It's a conversation, you know? It's my goal as a moderator to ask a few questions and get the ball rolling about, you know, kind of their vibe, and then coordinate with the audience for them to ask questions. And we had some good ones. I think one of my new favorite ones, I sat in a panel just before Matt Ryan's panel, and somebody asked, it was 2 voiceover artists that had done Scooby-Doo, recent Scooby-Doo, not old Scooby-Doo. And they asked, have you ever worked in any audible or visual Easter eggs into your work? And one of the girls mentioned that she did, she had to shout out a phone number and a name or something to that effect, and said she actually used like a number that was real close to someone she knew and a name of someone she knew. I thought that was pretty interesting. So I asked that of Matt Ryan. He had worked in visual Easter eggs because of he had a book with notes and comics with him at all time to play Constantine to the best of his ability, and he worked that in. What's up, Tech? How are you now? Misty said, I'm bringing you a VeeFriend card from years ago, handed out at NYCC. Oh, what? There's been some pretty good ones out there, Liz, that go for a bit of money these days. I mean, I appreciate you, but if you want the cash, you could probably put that up on old eBizzle as well. It's yellow. Is it a horse? Is it numbered? Is it an actual card or a sticker? I have all questions now. I have all the questions. It's okay. We'll figure it out at SDCC. Yeah, right, BuzzKing? I know VeeFriends has been giving away stuff at their booths over the years. I just saw a guy had a bunch of these numbered to 55 cards that he's selling at like $180 a piece. TCG Series 2 card if it's yellow, says Tech. Okay, Tech knows his stuff. Tech and I have been coordinating, talking every day about VeeFriends. Target put some up for sale earlier this week, and I jumped on it, and so did Tech. They canceled my order. I don't know about if you placed one, if they canceled your order, Tech, but they did it for a bunch of people. A la Hot Topic 10 years ago. I'm not sure how you don't have good inventory measurement tracking. Very interesting. I don't think so, says Misty. It's a card and yellow. End of my card knowledge. Well, I'll appreciate it nevertheless. I appreciate you. We are in a level 2 hype train, 22%. If we complete level 2 by you guys subbing, gifting subs or bits, I'll give everybody 300 Sully bucks. And if every level that we complete after that, I'll give another 100. Pardon me. I think I saw something advertised about discounted gifted subs through July 4th, but I don't know if that was just for me or for all channels. Something for you guys to think about. Tech, same problem. Had his order canceled. I don't know that anybody got to keep their order. But if for anybody who is interested, we're going to talk about it again tonight. I'm sorry if that's not your thing. But the VeeFriends cards, they are showing up at Dick's Sporting Goods. They are showing up at Targets. GameStop may have run its course, but you could still check. I'm going to check my Target this weekend and see if they've got any more. Seen people pulling some good hits out of just the blasters and the mega boxes. You're not going to find hobby at those locations likely. That's, Target had plenty. Oh, Matthew's Ranch. Honestly, I think if you can find, the blasters seem to be really producing some good cards. If you can get your hands on a few and sit on them later this year, next year, you might get a pretty return off those. Might be pretty nice. There it is. Chucky said get 35% off 5 plus gifted subs until July 3rd. There you go. I'm not saying you have to do it here. I'm just saying so you know. Misty popped it in there too. 7 days left per the banner under your window/screen. I never look at it from y'all's perspective. I'm using OBS to monitor everything, so I miss those little things. I'm glad you got in on this, Matthews Ranch. What a card pull you had, and if you got the hot hands, I would stick with it. Tex said just wiped my local. This phrase does not sound good. He just wiped out his local sporting goods store named Dick's of their latest VF boxes, 1 mega and 10 blasters. Nice. My closest Dick's Sporting Goods did not have the what do they call it? There's a name for the section that has cards. Sage picked the box. Isn't that interesting how the loved ones in our life who aren't the big fans often have the hot hands when it comes to the product, when it comes to packs or ripping packs, whether it was NFTs or physical or whatever. So interesting. Right, Misty? I started reading and I was like, oh no, hard pass. Hard pass. So funny. So funny. I have those cards that I want to rip tonight. I want to talk about those, answer any questions people might have. I also have this that I picked up at Costco that I'd like to rip. I've been sitting on that for a while. But last night, I've had a series of a very busy week. Longer days than I'm used to. It's probably been my busiest week with the new job. But the last 2 nights I had meetings. And last night my meeting ran a bit long. I had to do a few things here. And so I didn't get downstairs until 8:30, something like that. And Kelly was like, hey, I think the soccer game's still on. And I was like, I bet that ended a long time ago, but let me turn it on. So I turn it on. I see U.S. playing Turkey. I turn it on just in the exact second that the guy from Turkey scores on us to end the game. U.S. loses the match. And I'm like, what? I missed the entire game. And am I the bad luck charm here? That was crazy. I couldn't believe it. But I did have some good luck this week. I watched streams from VeeFriends almost daily. If I'm working and I have it on Whatnot to send the push notification, if I see they go live, I jump in. I won twice this week where I won packs. So those are coming. I don't even know what I won from yesterday. I was busy. I looked away. I looked back. I see in my email, your Whatnot surprise will be mailed soon. And I'm like, wait a minute. I just won. I didn't know what I won. Yo, Shep, what's up, baby? Yeah, I keep saying it, and I'll try not to be too... There's a lot of phrases for this that I won't utter here, but I read on the internet. I won't try to be too talkative about VeeFriends today. Let's say that, about how impressed I am. But I am still impressed. They continue to go live on Whatnot and use that as both a sales channel, an education channel, and just an engagement channel in the giveaways. There's plenty of people that are going and they're not buying a thing who are entering giveaways. I'm one of them. But I'm also engaging, learning about the comic books and the NFTs and the different people that work for VeeFriends. And also I've been jumping into when they do a raid, I've jumped into a few breaks here and there. None this week because I've been too busy. But I really find it super, super interesting. The approach that they're taking. Gary's been talking for years about how live selling is like the next big thing. And I even asked Shep, I was like, hey, when I go live to break my cards, should I go live on Whatnot too? And he's like, absolutely. Even if you're not selling anything, you could host some giveaways or whatever. And I wanted to do that, but I didn't have time to set it up. Buzz King says, where is this? Are you talking about the Discord? No. I don't like the Discord. This is their Whatnot. So it's Whatnot is an auction site, a channel for people selling stuff, but companies like VeeFriends embraced it as well. And so if you go on Whatnot and you go to VeeFriends, make sure you turn the push notifications on so you don't miss when these things go live, because they'll often go live and then do giveaways in a matter of 5 to 6 minutes, and then they'll raid over to somebody else. It's quick, so you don't want to miss it. But if you go to VeeFriends, their page on Whatnot, you can do it from your phone or you can do it from the website, and then you go to the upcoming shows. You'll see this right here. There's a second tab over called shows. You can bookmark any upcoming shows and you'll get a notification when they go live. And in almost every single one of these, they do giveaways. So whether or not you buy anything, you can enter the giveaways and you can win. So why not? right? Why not whatnot? Go for it. I think it's great. I've learned a lot in the last 2 weeks. I know Kelly was like, man, you really went down the rabbit hole on this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but it's so hard to explain. Like when I get excited about something, it's not only about, wait, what's this? Jason G, longtime Funko family, is hosting a talk on marketing. Hold on. And branding. I can send you the Facebook link. Yeah, I'd love to. Jason Gutierrez? Yeah, please send that. I would love to check that out. Where was that thought going? Anyway, I think it's really cool they're using Whatnot in the way that they are. You know I can ban you. Wait, you talking to me? You can't ban me. Hey, Boba James, what's up? She's talking about Boba James. Boba James says I like giveaways. Man, Boba, I'm sorry I did not get back to you this week. I have been so incredibly busy with work. I owed Randy C some stuff, and I haven't been able to get back to him until just today. It has just been go, go, go. And every time I thought, oh, I'm going to get a lunch break, something came up, and I had to use my lunch break for either running around town or taking care of something else. Like, just haven't been able to breathe. I'm looking forward to this weekend. You got an auto Gary V 2-2 cockatoo out of a giveaway pack 3 weeks ago from VeeFriends. Oh, you did. Tech did. That's amazing. I never met a giveaway that I hadn't liked. Well, there was that one time. What's up, Chuck? That one time. We won't talk about that one time. But anyway, yeah, check that out. I've seen who was it I saw over there? Somebody who's been by the stream was in a VeeFriends stream, and they said, hey, it was C. Sully that got me into all this. Thank you. And I thought that was really cool. I enjoy a Kit Kat bar. I like chocolate way too much. While I was at Washington State SummerCon, I did not find much of anything. I did post some photos of some NFT pops that I saw out in the wild, and it seems like the prices on all of them, I haven't done research lately, but the prices seem to be going up, which is great. I've been talking about it for years. I'm holding. I haven't sold any. I don't plan on selling anytime soon, as long as Funko is relevant, which it is, just a little less maybe. But as long as Funko is relevant, I'm going to be holding those because I think there's good long-term value. I did, however, I didn't find anything else that I really liked, but I did stop into one booth. There was an artist whose art reminded me a bit of Rob Zombie. Kind of like crazy drawn monsters and stuff. I felt really bad because there was nobody in the guy's booth. He was kind of sitting in the corner drawing. When I walked in, he engaged with me and we chatted for a bit. And so I bought some stickers. A lot of them were not stickers I really wanted, but this caught my eye to start. I love Gremlins, always have, and I thought this was a fun, version of Gizmo and Stripe. So I grabbed that, and then it was like one sticker for $4 or 4 for 10, and I was like, I'm gonna support this guy, so let me grab some others. So I also grabbed this one. This is not based off of the sporting goods store, but off the local hamburger joint chain that's up here in the Washington area. So I grabbed that. It's got his little monster in that. Then I grabbed this one, another Pacific Northwest Super Secret Sasquatch Society. That's fun to say 5 times fast. And then last but not least, just because I love pop culture and this reminded me of some famous ad icons pops from over the years. I thought I'd grab those up. So I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I got them. And I supported a local artist. Maybe if you give them Takis, you'll be safe. I love Takis. But I like Flamin' Hot Cheetos better. I never did give out any Sully Bucks. Anybody see where we landed on that hype train? I don't think we completed a level 2. I'll just give everybody 200 Sully Bucks. Nachi said, hope you're well and having better weather than here. So it's nice now. It was super hot up until a couple days ago. We reached up into the 90s, which is not typical for up here. When I say super hot, I mean for here. I'm from Texas. Super hot is 3 digits. But here, it was pretty warm. The great thing about here is in the evenings, almost every time, it cools down. And so you can open the windows, you can kind of air the house out, you can breathe. We're fortunate enough to have a heat pump, which they say is like AC, and it is in a lot of ways, but it's not exactly like AC. There's no Freon cooling things down. But being able to crack the windows is great. We had one night a few nights ago where it didn't cool down overnight much, and we felt that for sure. Humid is gross. I don't ever want to live in humid again. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. Yeah, but it's been nice here. I don't know if y'all were talking to Misty, but you got my story anyway. And now it's cooled down. Today's high was like 60, 66, 67, something like that. And it's going to be a little rainy over the next few days, which we needed. Our grass needed it. Nachi said, got family in Texas. I make them come here. I can't handle the... It's unbearable from June to Halloween. And then you don't know in October, is it going to be rainy, hot Halloween? Is it going to be sunny, hot Halloween? Or you might get rainy, cold. You just never know. So you can't plan your costume out in advance. If you wore the full like plastic suit with the plastic mask like we did as a kid, inevitably it'd be hot and humid, and then you'd just be sweating. You'd just be in your own filth. But then if you like planned for it and wore something that was a costume with like shorts and a t-shirt, it'd be freezing. You just could never win. I like my Cheetos like I like my women. Crunchy and stale, says Chuck. Why does your wife tolerate you? How does she do that? It's just randomized. No thanks. Yeah, you don't need an RNG for your Halloweens. I get you. I mean, nothing is like guaranteed consistent, but I don't want hot and humid. I was just thinking about it. This November will be 10 years that I've lived in Washington. And when I first moved up here, it was because it was an adventure and to try, something new and working for Funko, and didn't know if I'd be here 3 years or for life or whatever. And now it's looking very much like this is going to be home for many years to come. I just was thinking yesterday, like, how did I do that in Texas? I was always hot, always sweaty. Allergies were always bothering me. Like, I was miserable there. And since coming here, sure, I've been sick some, but allergies have not bothered me hardly at all. I don't sweat all the time. I get outdoors and I walk regularly now. I have for the last couple of years. I've loved it. I really, really have loved it. So, although to be fair, the first 4 or 5 years I was here, I spent more time at the airport going to and from conventions in California and New York than I did actually exploring Washington. So I've really only had 5 or 6 years that I've checked out the state. My bestie from Canada wants Texas to be the first place to visit, and I can't wait. I'll be like a moose in a desert. Oh my God. Well, you got to visit Texas in... The best time is like March to May. And really, April is the only good month. That's the month I used to do my bike ride for charity every year, the MS-150. And April's nice. You might have a chilly morning, but super nice. Yeah, Matthews Ranch. I'm going to get to see you in less than a month now. SDCC. It's almost time. Some of the info's starting to roll in. So in the upcoming weeks, we'll definitely be talking about SDCC. VeeFriends, which we're going to talk about a lot. They're going to have a presence there. They have already announced they're doing something with PSA while at SDCC. I'm very excited about that. I know very little about it at this point, but basically, I'm in. They just had a collaboration that's really cool with Bose. We looked at it last week for a second. That was a little, like, I think it's very cool, but I wasn't going to put my money into that because I don't think there's a huge return later on. I would love a speaker, but I have a Bose speaker that works, so I don't need to upgrade. I thought about it for a split second, and I was like, I don't need to spend that money. Shep said maybe. Well, we saw there is an official post about the PSA thing, right? Or is that a leak? I don't want to talk about leaks. I will stand down if that was a leak. That would be bad. I don't want to perpetuate that madness. I hope if you do, that Shep, that you'll get to be there. That would be really cool. No ULL turn into a lobster with melted butter. Oh, no aisle. And the U jumped in there. You don't. That's fair. You can't leak what you don't know. When I worked at Funko, I told this last week. I think we had a system called the Shire. Some other nerd other than me named that for sure. And you could go in there as an employee and you could look around, and most of it was visible to everybody, and see what products were coming. And my coworkers used to spend a lot of time in there, Brian included, looking around and go, "Oh, Sully, did you see it?" I'd be like, "Nope." I don't want to see it because I do the podcast, I do the lives. Someone's going to ask me a question, I'm going to mess up, and I'm going to reveal something I shouldn't. I don't want to know. And I never purposely leaked anything. There were a couple times where I might have given something away, but people didn't even catch it. Yeah, exactly, Misty, like Middle Earth. We will be there, but we haven't made like official statement. Not that you can't talk about it. Okay, good. Well, hey, I want to know everything. And if there's the opportunity to come meet Gary Vee, I want to be on that list. I would love to hear that there's going to be a VeeFriends party. Here, I have predictions of things I would like to see. One, I think it would be so cool if Nathan Fillion and Alan Tudyk brought their podcast, Once We Were Spacemen, to SDCC and filled in that very, very missing element of the offsites that used to be Chris Hardwick with his podcast and used to be Conan O'Brien, etc., etc. Two, I would love to see, because it doesn't sound like we're going to have a Rocky Moto party. I think that was canceled, right? So there will likely be a Thrilljoy party, although I don't know for sure. I'm not in that loop. You guys tell me. What's up, Sith or Jedi? Hola to you too. I would love to see a VeeFriends party, and I would love to see it. They are having the Black Party again. I figured. I would love to see some sort of, hey, come to the VeeFriends party. If you're an NFT holder, you got a pass. Come on over. If you don't, we'll sell tickets, or we'll have a first come, first serve or something. That would be dope. Shep said at the very least, the VF community in the area will be hosting something fun. Well, I've got to go to that. Absolutely. Thrilljoy's having a party. Tickets might be sold out. That feels right. Nachi said, so Sully will pull a Kevin Conway. He leaked a Batman game once, and after that they assigned someone to make sure he didn't spoil anything, like Tom Holland and all the Spider-Man stuff, right? Yeah, I mean, no offense to anybody that collects Thrilljoy. I like them. I think they're pretty cool. I've never gotten into it, and that's mostly just because of Brian Mariotti. Like, I just was like, not for me. I don't think so. I wish them the best. I hope they go and become one of the biggest toy companies on the planet, and they've done no problem selling out their exclusives. Their booth jumps at SDCC, but it's just not my thing. I'm still waiting on our yacht from our bait NFTs. Yes, me and Matthews Ranch, during the height of the NFT stuff, and some other friends, went to a bait party, and I knew a guy over there that runs that stuff, so he invited us, and we went, and they had these pieces of paper for an NFT that you could get on this system called POAP, P-O-A-P, and basically the idea was like you show up at a live thing, an event, a place, and you can check in and get an NFT. And we went and they had codes to get them, so we got ours, but we also grabbed some extras to give away to other people. As far as I know, those never went anywhere, and I think that system shut down. I don't even know if POAP's still a thing. But you don't know, right? You don't know at the time. If we hadn't got them, they might have become the biggest thing on planet Earth. So we had to give it a shot. More deets on SDCC are coming very soon, but to be blunt, I really don't know the whole... Oh, totally. I mean, people are asking me if the company I work for is going to be doing anything at SDCC, and the answer I have to give is stay tuned. I don't know. We don't... Nothing's confirmed. You would think, like, I know people, because as a fan, I think these things too. You think, oh, a company must plan for SDCC for years and have things like for the whole year, and then 6 months out they must know everything they're doing. No, if there's anything I've learned in this industry, it's that everything is last second. There are some companies that come back every year and have a presence. Funko knows they're going to be there. They probably know what booths they have and how much space they have to fill, but they don't have it all wrapped up until like the weeks of. It's crazy. It requires an immense amount of planning, and then even then, I've known about things at SDCC over the years that were going to be big parties, big whatevers, and then just fizzled for whatever reason. There was one I knew about this year that has fizzled. Just not going to happen now. No, I can't share details. It wasn't Rocky Moto. It was a different wallet. Yep, it was. All right, so tonight, I definitely want to rip some cards. Definitely want to chat and hang with you guys. I want to talk about SDCC more. If you know anything, I don't think there's a lot of details out there yet, but I'm sure a lot will happen in the next couple weeks. Answer questions, whatever. Don't forget to get your free NFT. That is hand-drawn in Procreate based on the new Supergirl logo, which I really like the idea of a spray-painted, like tagged graffiti logo on a wall. So that's what I did, and I had a lot of fun with it. There are some really good brushes in Procreate that look like spray paint, so I had a little fun with that one. I want to get a box now. Wait, which one? You want to get another VeeFriends box? I'm dying to see what VF is going to do for Fanatics Fest before I buy tickets. They're the only reason I'm going. Yeah, right? I'd consider it, Tech. I would consider it. Shep said, actually might be useful for you and others in here. We have a calendar that has dates for all things VF planned. VeeFriends.com/calendar. Let's look. I love it. Did I spell that right on the first try? No, I did not, of course. It's not VWW Friends. Leave it to me. I can't type anything right on the first shot anymore. Is that it? There we go. Ooh, nice. This is what I always wanted us to have at Funko, but like you'd have to have a whole person to manage this. Oh yeah, they're doing the lava variant burns. I have not participated in those, but I've been very interested in them. This is NFTs for physical items. Brilliant. I've been watching those shows the last 2 weeks, the Burn Island, and it's very interesting. But this is June, so if we can get down to, does it go to July? It kind of ekes over into July here, but maybe there's not a way to advance to the next month. Oh, here we go. Upper corner. All right, for July. Oh, they've got their Whatnot live shows on there. Very smart. Lava burn there. Bose speaker holder claim. Wait a minute. A Bose speaker holder claim. Interesting. So if you bought a Bose speaker, there will be some sort of claim. Oh, very interesting. Very smart approach to get you to buy and to hold that. That's really smart. Fanatics Fest NYC, which is, of course, July 16th through 19th. No way I could go to that and then immediately turn around and go to SDCC. That's a bummer. I would love to, though. Then the National, which is right after SDCC. I've always wanted to go to the National, but I doubt that's going to work either. It's just the timing's not good. I've always wanted to go to the National. Boba said we probably know who was trying to do that now canceled. Yeah, you probably do. I know you know the people in those circles. Mega Target is just a short 10. Hey, if you get over there, Matthew Trench, I'm telling you, don't just buy one, especially after your win. Buy a few and hold on to them, man. I'm gonna be checking my Target this weekend. If they have any, I'm getting more. Oh yeah, Shep, for sure. I'm really glad to hear that. And I don't think there's a world where this is even possible. But if you need help with anything, please let me know. I have a little experience with SDCC. I was telling my boss that the other day. She's like, we need to know what other companies are doing. And I'm like, oh, I'll be paying attention. I've been doing this for a long time now. I still remember my SDCC as if it were yesterday. My first SDCC as if it were yesterday, because it was just such an eye-opening experience and such a memorable one, because I walked into this world thinking SDCC was this, but SDCC was this, and it's shrunk a little over the years, but I'm hoping we're getting back to the point where it's going to grow bigger again. It has in my circle of knowing people and companies, it's definitely shrunk. It's very interesting now to walk across the show floor and I get about 10 feet and I run into somebody I know, whether that's somebody walking or somebody that's working at a booth. And then I've seen people change to work at other booths. And it's just very interesting how much smaller it feels than when it started. But it is still a very big deal, and I don't ever want to miss it if I don't have to. Spider-Man and Marvel and Hall H, we are getting back. Yeah, that is huge. I got to figure out how I'm going to try to get in there. That's always a trick. Because I'm not going to go spend my day the day before, which would be Friday, waiting in line outside for the chance to get an armband to then come back on Saturday to spend all day inside. I'm just not going to do it. But if I can find another way, I'll do it. My feed has been filled with Marvel Rivals blockies. That Jeff will be my first one. Hey, I love to hear it, Tanner. That's awesome, man. Yeah, that Jeff the Shark is very cool. And I guess I can say this. I've actually had direct contact with the guy, Bailey, John Bailey, who is the voice of Jeff the Shark in, I guess, cartoons and in the game. And he is going to be at BotCon in a couple of weeks. Blockies is going to have a booth at BotCon. And he's going to be doing some signings and stuff. And he's hosting a panel that we'll have more details on the Blockies channels next week. But he's hosting a panel. He's already kind of leaked it out there, so I'm not saying any corporate secrets. But Blockies will have a hand in that panel, if you will. We'll be supporting that. So if you're going to BotCon, which is in Chicago, I don't know if it's always in Chicago or if it's just this year. That is like the second week of July, maybe at the same time that Fanatics Fest is going on. Oh, yeah, because he did the Funko panel with Nathan Fillion and Alan Tudyk and the chick who played Megan. And there was one other who was a voice in some game or something. He's a very funny guy, and he voices some Transformers characters. Really good. He's called Epic Voice Guy, I think is his channel. He gave out the first Jeff Pops. That's awesome. Yeah, those the Blockies model kits, if you haven't done them, Tanner, they're a lot of fun. I've done a few. I've definitely... You have to have the time for it, right? And I haven't had it lately. I've been much more of a buy and put it on a shelf guy for a long time. But I've been spending any of my free time on VeeFriends, so the timing was kind of interesting on me putting together kits. Jeff is my main in the game. That Blockies is oh, it's so cool. We just put out official images for it today on our channel. So if you hadn't already seen the different points of articulation and other little fun Easter eggs, if you will, those are up on the Blockies channels. Now, share them, man. Please share them. That helps me with my job. Specifically from the Blockies US channels. Blockies Official is great, but Blockies US is where it's at. Thanks for coming by, Tanner. Tanner, have you gotten into the VeeFriends at all? Is this piqued your interest at all? I can't get enough, man. I'm having so much fun. Our buddies Matthews Ranch had a nice poll the other day. Really appreciate you diving into VF Sully. The team is paying it. Oh, you have my attention, sir. I mean, I told you how much I want to meet Gary. Ann Bag and I have chatted. I met her in person at Emerald City Comic Con, and we kind of touch base online every once in a while. She's just like, oh, because they're doing a podcast and stuff regarding VeeFriends. I still have a lot to learn before I feel super comfortable talking about everything VeeFriends. But I've become very knowledgeable on Topps Chrome. I was just telling Matthews Ranch, like, hey, you bought your cards. Did you check for any short prints? And he's like, I don't know about the short prints. I sent him an image. Just knowing that makes me feel like I'm on the inside now. I'll make it. My life's goal is to get you with Hey, I love it. I definitely want that to happen. Tanner said, I got some stuff at NYCC with the pop, but I'm not a big card guy. I used to be into Pokemon and baseball cards hardcore growing up, but I collect so much other stuff I can't afford a new hobby. Well, if you decide you want to get rid of any of that stuff, you know who to come to. I'll happily trade out and or purchase from you. Yeah, Matthews Ranch. I mean, this is what it's all about, right? Like, in a dream world, I like my job a lot. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely not talking bad about my job. But in a dream world, I would just continue to stream and be an influencer and chat about all the things that I'm into and educate people on collectibles and toys and all that. Thank you, Tanner. I appreciate you, brother. Speaking of, while we're chatting, I'm gonna dive into a blaster first. These are $29.99 at retail. You can still find them right now at Target, some Dick's Sporting Goods, some GameStops, and in the U.S. at least. And they did put some up on Target's website earlier in the week. It's been days have been long. I'm trying to remember if it was earlier this week or before that. Unfortunately, they canceled all those orders. It must have been some sort of error, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it happen again. The hobby boxes sold out nationwide pretty quick, but I think the others, they're still rolling those out to people. So if you want to get in on this, you still can. One of the key things that's gotten me into it is the fact that the community is full of such nice people. I've said this before. It reminds me so much of the early days when I was getting into Funko, and everybody took care of each other and respected each other. And over time, that sadly soured, and people had all kinds of opinions and thoughts and ways they approach things that I didn't necessarily agree with. Target did ship out some orders. I believe I figured that's what happened, Shep. I figured that's what happened. Okay, so a blaster box comes with, 8 packs? 8 packs. And in these blaster boxes, the only place that you can get the yellow variant cards, the yellow refractor variants. So you see how that has like a yellow hue to the background? The base cards all look like this with a silverish background. And hopefully, with any luck, you pull some of the more rare cards out of there. There's a wonderful resource. You guys heard me mention Ann Bag earlier. This is her website, and I'll drop this for everybody in the chat in case you want to check it out. But on this page, she's got it broken out into, and there's a similar checklist on Gary Vee's site on VeeFriends. But this does a really good job of like, hey, if you just want to look at all the characters, you can go, hey, Kate, cool, I like this this angel card. Ambitious Angel. You can see there's the base card, and then below you can see Ambitious Angel also has a Balanced Battles card. There's a variant where she has different colors on her. I think that's what that's implying, or that might be just talking about Refractor. There's a Mega Heads card, which those only come in the Mega boxes. Mega. A Stellar Haze, which are a case hitter, very hard to come by, very rare. But all these cards, they have all the info on them. Some cards, they just have their first ever. They got a VF First Chrome tag in the corner. They may have one variant. Some, like the very, very, very Black Cat, which is the most popular character, kind of the mascot of VeeFriends, have a ton of variants. Where's the Black Cat? Look at this, yeah. There's a ton of variants for the very, 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 very lucky Black Cat. I still have yet to pull a single Black Cat out of anything 2025 Topps Chrome, which is kind of crazy. I've seen other people get 3 in a box, so maybe today is the day. Tech said the blasters went up at Target site app at 3 a.m. today, sold out by the time I saw it at 7 a.m. Dang, stupid sleep, just getting in the way. All right, I'm gonna bust into this blaster. By the way, hang with me if you're just watching. Maybe you're lurking. This is a safe place. Feel free to speak, jump in, ask questions. I honestly, I think the thing I enjoy most about streaming is helping other people learn about things, right? So if you decide that you want to ask some questions, this is a safe space. Nobody's going to tell you you're stupid. Please do. But I'm going to give people a chance later in the stream to win a pack. I have a blaster put aside, and in the box game, which we play every Friday, there is a chance, there has been for the last 2 weeks, nobody's won it yet, to win a pack of VeeFriends. So you want to spend a dime. Just hang around for the opportunity. Let's jump in and hopefully pull something beautiful today. All right, we're starting off with the Empathy Elephant. This one does not have the logo in the bottom corner, so Empathy Elephant did appear on Topps Chrome before, but there are a lot of first Chromes this year. Tenacious Termite. Every time I see this card, I think it's one of the Pearl variants, because the Pearl variants have like a pearlescent coloring to the character, but it's not. That's just the base card for Tenacious Termite. Thank you, Tech. Oh, all right, right out of the bat, we got one of the anime cards. I didn't pull a single one last weekend. I love it. Carrying Camel on the Speckle anime. Love those. There are some short numbered ones, but look at that sparkle. Just a beautiful card. And then last but not least, we got the Monday Mole, which used to be the F Monday Mole, apparently. I didn't know that. But they took the F it part off of there. Hey, what's up, old Mankey? Thanks for dropping by the stream. Like I said, if you have any questions, if you're not familiar with VeeFriends or whatever, I'm happy to help. This is my new obsession in collecting. I'm learning more about it every single day, and I just can't get enough. One of the main things, other than a great community of collectors, is that everything is about positivity and kindness, and the characters are based on that. Each character, you can read about them. That talks about like their story, what they're about. I love it. I think it's a great lesson for kids to see these positive things. While I love sports cards and stuff, it's very upsetting to me to see some of these athletes who make, gazillion dollars a year and then go out and commit crimes and talk badly about people and just are not a good role model. I think Gary Vee does drop a lot of F-bombs when talking in public. Everything is about positivity, and he always encourages people to push forward, do things, live out your dreams. Don't just sit there and talk about it. Go do the thing. When you say we'll be opening soon, Misty, you can do that in advance of the show. I've never graded anything before like that, and I think there might be a few that I'd be interested in grading. Yeah, I know right now PSA is on a crazy delay, so maybe going through CGC or one of the other services would be a good way to do it. If you see any info on that, could you send it to me, like a link or whatever, or if you see when it goes live? I think that would be awesome. It would save me having to ship them in the mail. I would just take them with me and drop them off at the booth. All right, next up we got Forthright Flamingo. Base card, not a first. We've got the Tranquil Toad. I love he's got his eyes closed. Looks like he's doing yoga. Ooh, got a card backwards. This is, I believe, the Chalkboard. These are all drawn by DJ Kaufman. That's Genuine Giraffe. I do not have one of these yet. Some of these do come in a numbered variant to 100, I believe, to 99. So if you pull those, look to see if there's a number. This one does not have it. And then last but not least, we've got the Kind Warrior. And I believe, let me bring up my cheat sheet for the color variants here. I don't think Kind Warrior is on that list. No, it's not. But in case, this is what I was telling Matthew's Ranch about the other day. There are certain cards that have a colored area on there. An example on the screen now is the To the Moon Meerkat. Well, the base card, the moon is yellow. If you're lucky and pull a short print, you'll pull the purple, which is a rare, or the ultra rare that comes in the teal or green. Same thing with the dragon. His normal flame is red, but if you get lucky enough to pull a purple, that's rare. If you can pull the green or the teal, that's the ultra rare. And then there's some others as well, including Decisive Duck, Notorious Ninja, I'll get it out. Adventurous Astronaut, Driven Dragon. I mentioned that one. Bubbly Buzzard, Considerate Cowboy. I've yet to pull that one, I don't think. Knowing Gnome, Ambitious Angel, Protective Panther, To the Moon Meerkat, Shown, and then I think one of my favorite cards in this whole set is the Gritty Ghost. There is a version where the ghost just does not appear on the card. It's just like they forgot to print it. But that is on purpose. That's a short print card. Makey said, I recently found a shoebox with Magic the Gathering cards. Sadly, the glue on the box melted and got into some of them. Oh, man, that sucks. Oh, for sure. I've had boxes of stuff where the heat got to it, or just over time it faded, or, you get a little water. There's all kinds. Like, collecting is as much about maintaining the collection as it is obtaining the stuff. That's why I've been real proponent of buying protectors for my pops and penny sleeves and top loaders for all my cards. I don't really like binders for anything that's rare because I don't want to damage the corners. You do have to take care of your stuff. Now, having said that, I'm not a huge fan of the pop stackers unless it's something super rare and valuable. I think the pop protectors do a great job handling most every situation. All right, next pack. This is 3 out of the 8. What's up, Ben B? We got the Grateful Gar, first VF card. We've got the Well-Connected Werewolf, our first yellow variant. I was going to say this pack should have one. Ponder It From All Angles on the yellow. I believe there's some numbered versions of those as well, but I haven't seen one in person yet. And then, our Knowing Gnome. This is one of the ones that could have the color variant short print, but he's got the red hat here. We'd be looking for the purple or the teal if we were lucky enough to get the variant. I'm going to put my yellow refractor in a penny sleeve real quick. Ben B, how the heck are you? Happy Friday. I hope all is well. All right. Hey, couple good inserts right off the bat. We're not even halfway through the pack. Every pack has produced something so far, so let's keep going. I mean, in a dream world, I'll pull an Erupt or a sketch card or one of the 101 comic cards. There's a lot I would like. I've yet not had that super high end luck yet. I'm hoping today's the day. We started off with the Hot Shot Hornet. I think that's the first one of those I pulled. Love the colors on that. That is not one of the ones with the possible short print. Next up, we've got the You're Gonna Die Fly. First VF card. Then we've got, another of the yellow. This is the Dynamic Dinosaur. Yellow refractor variant. And last but not least, we've got the Thoughtful Three-Horned Harpin. Such a cute character. Love that. That's also a first. VF first. I can't complain. I mean, I have a lot to complain about, but I'm not going to be a down. Hey, man, that's it. You get to choose your attitude every day. I know my first employer out of college, that was their big thing, choose your attitude. And of course, I rolled my eyes at that at the time. I was like, whatever. And now I totally believe it. And there are days where I get down and I'm just like, hey, man, I gotta turn it around here. I thought he said hot snot hornet. Man, Linder, me and you both. I'm mostly going off of the art and telling you what the names are. I'm not reading them as much. So I might have said hot snot hornet. I don't even know. How are you, Linder? Hope you're doing well. All right, this is pack 5 out of the 8. So far, every pack has had some sort of variant, which is nice. No packs of just all commons. All right, we got Adaptable Alien. First card out. Then we've got the Sleepless Sloth. Or no, there. See, I already did it. Selfless Sloth makes a lot more sense than Sleepless. This isn't one of the 7 dwarfs. Then we've got a Chill Chinchilla. And what did I just say about there being no packs with all standards? I think this is the first one. Last but not least, we've got the Intuitive Iguana. I don't think I got this one before. I've still got a good, I don't know, at least 40 cards that I need to complete a set. I'm hoping to do most of them just from pack pulls, but if I need to trade or whatever, I certainly will. Good to hear, Linder. I'm glad to hear it. You guys send me some magic today. Some good luck here on my cards. Hey, Respectful Raccoon. That's Ann Bagg's favorite character. If I ever pull a variant, she'll get first dibs at it. I know how big a fan she is. Next up, we've got the Big Game Bandicoot. I think that's the first time I pulled that card. That's a VF first card. We've got... Oh, Pea Salad. I like this card. This is the first one I pulled of it. I think it's really fun. This seems to be a popular one this year. And last but not least, we've got the Courageous Cockatoo. All right, come on. 2 packs left in the blaster. Let's pull something amazing. I've seen some people pull some just fire out of some of these. Isn't it Walking Miracle? I want to know the story behind that. I think I heard somebody reference the fact about it's about coming together and working together, but I don't know if that was fact or just something they made up on the fly. All right, first up here, we've got the Alert Ape. Boy, that red. That's surprising that one doesn't have a short print variant. Then next up, we've got, hey, Macro Micro. I did not have this one yet. This is based off Gary B. And I actually do have, there's another card that has the Macro Micro on it, but I did not pull the, you got the big B and the little B there. Looks like like a Luchador. It does, the Alert Ape. It does kind of look like a Luchador. Then we've got, the yellow Happy Hermit Crab. Another cute little character. First VF. Oh, yeah, and Skilled Skeleton. I love that. I thought this was one of the ones that might have a short print because of the purple eyes, but that is not. They all have purple. But I do like the art on the Skilled Skeleton. I think those are some of my favorite sketch cards, are the Skilled Skeleton. I've seen a few people get them. All right, one more pack left out of this one. No numbered cards. I think I did get a numbered card out of my blaster last week. It's not too late. I think we get at least one more yellow. I don't remember if I pulled 3 or 4 so far out of this. You get 4 out of each blaster box. All right, last pack from the blaster. We've got the Cynical Cat. We've got the Hype Horse. Very popular character. That's a VF first. We've got... there is another yellow. We got the Swaggy Sea Lion on the yellow refractor. And last but not least, we've got the Dynamic Dinosaur. I think I pulled like 4 or 5 of those. No numbered cards in that blaster. That's a bummer, but they definitely can't all be winners. I've had pretty good luck on the numbered cards so far, and we still have a whole mega to open. Come on, Black Cat. I need Sully to get one so I can bug him for it. I definitely would like to pull, in a dream world, to pull like the 1/1 Black Cat, or I don't know if that's already been pulled, or one of the 1 of 5. Like pulling 5 of 5 would be dope on that. There was a bounty on one of the 1 of 1 gold Erupt Black Cat, and the guy offered $100,000 for it. Somebody pulled it. That timing on that was perfect. Teacher96, thank you for the follow. How are you now? Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Sully, variety streamer, Twitch partner, Gold Wax ambassador. Not that means much anymore. And one of the newest fans of VeeFriends. I've been in it for years, but now I'm in it. Like I'm finally able to buy some packs and some stuff. That's you. Hey, how awesome, Teacher Katie. Thank you for coming by. Yes, Teacher Katie and I did a little trade. And she collects the pheasants. In fact, the other Katie, I didn't tell you. The other day, I did a break like the day after that we did our trade, and I bought a pheasant spot, and I still haven't received my cards from it. I don't know what I got, but if there's anything good in there, I've got our conversation. So you're first. I'll always reach out to you first on the pheasants. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate you. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it. You said it at the same time I did. I just opened a blaster. We got a few gold, of course, and we got a manga of the camel out of there. So a couple of nice cards. Now I'm going to open a mega. These are, I don't know if the mega boxes are my favorite, but based on what I've seen what they're pulling, their hits, a lot of cool stuff is coming out of the mega boxes. And every box has a mega heads, which I would love to pull my impeccable Inostronet, can't even say it, in a mega heads. Big heads. I just watched rewatched Silicon Valley not that long ago, and that character in there called Big Head. Yeah, for real, it's a hard one. All right, in the mega, come on now. They don't want to come out of there. I think we get, how many packs do we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But each of these has more cards, I think. Not just 4 cards. There's 7 in each pack. So, you know, of course you pay for it. But, yo, Anbag is here. Anbag, I was just talking about you. VeeFriends on Twitch, let's go. Hey, I'm glad you came by. Thank you so much. I was just showing people your site, and I did pull a raccoon, but it wasn't a limited, it wasn't a numbered. But it would have been you get first dibs if that comes up, for sure. This is my first mega. Everybody give a warm welcome to Teacher Katie and Anbag. If you guys have any questions that I haven't been able to answer, they certainly can. Ann knows way more about all this than I do. All right, it feels weird to pull the 7 cards. Hey, look at there, right off the bat, we've got an astronaut. Not the Inostronet, but an astronaut. Yeah, Shep came into my streams years ago before the VeeFriends craze took off, and then ended up going to work for Gary Vee, and I got to meet him for the first time while I was at New York Comic Con last year. It was so cool. I'm so glad that we've been able to stay in touch, and like I was in on the NFTs, I think before he was, and he got into it, or at least I pulled him into the world of the Funko NFTs for a while there. Tech is a big VeeFriends collector and a good buddy of mine. I've known him for years now. He's a longtime Funko collector as well. You guys have probably seen his tweets. He stays active. Yeah, we got a pretty good audience. All right, I already showed that one. We got the astronaut, adventurous astronaut. Anbag with the sub. Thank you, Anbag. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Misty gifted a tier 1 to Anbag. Thank you, Misty. Misty's my mod. She's awesome. She was out sick last week. I'm not going to hold it against her. All right, next card up, we've got a Ambitious Angel, and this is a great opportunity to go to Anbag's site, which I have loaded up here, to talk about those short prints again. If you pull one of the cards on here, there are 10 different ones. Decisive Duck, Notorious Ninja, Adventurous Astronaut, which we just pulled, but we got to look at the, this is a purple blue visor. That's not the one we're looking for. The Angel is one, but she doesn't have a color variant. It's not purple or green. We also have Considerate Cowboy, Knowing Gnome, Protective Panther, To the Moon Meerkat are all on there. I'm hoping to pull one of those short prints eventually. Paid sick leave. Okay, all right, not flex time. I see. Joaquin Miracle says, haha, sick day made up for there. All right, so Ambitious Angel, not the short print. Then we've got the Accountable Ant VF first Topps Chrome card. Come on, big hit. We got Macho Manta Ray. You can almost hear him talking. I was at, I moderated some panels last weekend during Washington State SummerCon up here not too far from my house. And one of the things I heard repeatedly from a couple of the voiceover artists was like, if you're good, you'll be able to look at a character and hear their voice. And I can almost hear his in my head. I'm not going to try it, but... Oh, here we go. We got an X Fractor of the Persuasive Pigeon. I love those X Fractors. Then we've got a Sharing Squirrel. And last but not least, another of the Empathy Elephants. First card out tonight of my first pack. I will not be going to the National. We were just looking at the calendar. San Diego Comic-Con is my big week every year. And I've gone as a fan. I've gone as press. I've gone as a vendor with Funko. I used to work for Funko. I've gone as a fan again over the last few years. And this year, I'm going to be doing kind of a hybrid between a fan and work. So I can't do a con the weekend before or after easily. It would be so much. And unfortunately, the National is the week after San Diego Comic-Con. Do I have a favorite insert? Oh, man, that's... I mean, I really like the Riips. I haven't pulled one yet, of course. The odds are pretty slim. Of those higher tier ones, I really like the Riips. I really like the 86 Topps Football-esque ones. Of the ones that are not as rare, I really like the Ray Waves. I think they're a nice addition. I like the mangas. I think those are really nice. But man, I'm a sucker for all of it, to be honest with you. You give me anything that's... I even like the standard cards, but you give me any kind of extra shiny or sparkly sketch cards, man, I'd love a sketch card. I know Anbag wants a comic clipping more than anything. If I pull one, I would be tempted to trade with her because I know how bad... But I know she wants to pull it out of a pack, right? That's the ultimate, is getting it yourself that way. Not obtaining it through a purchase or a trade. Although that still gets it in your collection, but it's just not the same. I would love the moment of when we collected the Funko NFTs, you opened packs on screen. And there was a chance of pulling 101s. And I opened hundreds of packs, but never pulled a 101. And I was hoping that moment would happen. Never did. Technically, there's still a chance I could do that one day, but it's like a 1 in a million chance now. All right, here's our third pack. We've got the Dapper Dachshund. I don't even know how you're supposed to say that properly. We've got the Spontaneous Seahorse. That feels like one that would have a possible short print, but it's not. The Focused Falcon. We have a guy who comes by the stream every Friday, Falconer. He's probably going to need one of these. Iconics. Ooh, you got one, didn't you, Tech? The Iconics are so cool, and I was thinking if I get one, I'm going to be the first person to put some light behind mine. And then Tech got one and did exactly that. We hadn't even talked about it. Dachshund. Okay, I like that, Randy C. Thank you. All right, we got the To the Moon Meerkat. We would hope for the short print variant with a different colored moon. We got the yellow. Still a fun card, but we're looking for the short print. Hey, another X-Fractor of the Patient Pig. Love the shiny. And another of the Termite, the one that always tricks me to think it's a pearlescent or a pearl card. And last but not least, the Forthright Flamingo. I think the next pack is where it's at, kids. Are y'all ready to celebrate? I keep going over here to get penny sleeves. I should probably just keep some. But this is the only way I'm getting steps today. Fridays are already nuts. Always nuts, because I work a full day and then immediately, in the matter of 5 minutes, transition from working to streaming. And then when I finally get off stream, it's like, I really need to eat. And then before you know it, it's bedtime. I don't get to do my walks or exercise on Friday much, so... Yo, Savage! Wait, Misty said that sketch giraffe you pulled tonight was super cute. Oh yeah, this is the manga. Not technically a sketch, but I do like the different art style. And I love that sparkly background. I'm a sucker for the shiny, like I said. Savage says, is there a way to guesstimate how many 101s are still up for grabs in unopened packs? You could probably talk to some members of the VeeFriends community. And they could give you a ballpark. I was thinking about this the other day, and if somebody were smart, they would have set up some sort of AI to watch all of the Whatnot streams and all of the Twitter feeds and the Facebook groups and everything, and actually keep a tabs on what's been pulled and what has not. But that would be a huge undertaking. But if we were talking about Funko one-of-ones, yeah, at this point we could determine how many are left in packs, because there's only a certain number of packs that can even be opened on the Wax blockchain anymore. Most of the ones that were over on Drop are now forever gone. You can't even open them. I would be willing to bet there's only like 3 or 4 that are even possible, if that many. So the odds are very, very slim. All right, this is what, pack 4? No, pack 3. All right, Gleeful Sugar Glider. Look at that happy little guy. Yeah, there aren't many, Savage, because all the packs that were unopened that you had to open on Drop have now been burned. So you'll never be able to even open any remaining packs. Then we got Trusting Tarantula. I like the heart on the back. I think that's the first time I pulled the Tarantula. We've got the Forgiving. Horned Frog. Forgiving. Then we've got the, I love it. Tough to Beat, a Worm from the Dirt. I love that one. Some of the names of some of the cards are so crazy, and I love that one. And of course, the longest one. What is it about your poor relationship with time? What is the full name of that card? Here it is. I love this one. Your poor relationship with time is your biggest vulnerability. I want to know the story behind that one. That's so funny. That's a great one, though. Tough to Beat, a Worm from the Dirt. All right, come on. This is the one right here. This is it. This is it. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oh, it could be something real nice. I think it's a neon. I'm going to flip it. It could be a numbered neon. I felt like this was the pack. Is it? It is a neon, but it's not the numbered. It is the Forever Phoenix, though, and that is a dope neon card. Look at that shine. Those are real nice. Then we've got the another of the Tranquil Toads. And last but not least, we've got another Grateful Gar. Let me show you the neons. I have a few that I've been fortunate enough to pull. Yeah, these are nice looking cards. Misty said Gary Vee somehow made that time card in honor of me. That's so funny. So far I've pulled the Glowing Glowworm, the Sun, I forget what the name of the sun is, the Stunned Sun, the Humble Hedgehog, and now the Forever Phoenix. I think the Forever Phoenix probably lends itself best to the neon card just because of the colors. And so cool. Yeah, this is a really cool one. I mean, when it comes to any kind of opening cards, to me, the inserts are always the exciting stuff, right? It is amazing to me how you can look at some of these and go, oh, that must be pricey. And then you go look on eBay, and no, they don't even go for that much. Like, you could probably work on a set of those neons, and it wouldn't cost you that much. But there are some numbered short print ones, or numbered ones, that are way harder to come by. All right, we're still looking for that magic pack in here somewhere. Yay! All right, Katie, thank you for coming by. I'll keep an eye out for your pheasant. Let's see if we pull one in your honor on the way out here. Thank you for coming by. I sure appreciate you, Katie. Have a great day. We've got the Compassionate Catfish, first card. We've got the Self-Aware Hare, first chrome card. We've got, I love this little guy, the Detail-Oriented Dumbo Octopus. I could totally see there being a cartoon with this as a lead character. We've got the Stoic Slime. Next card should be something fun. What do we got? Hey, our Mega Heads! It is the Adventurous Astronaut. I don't have that one yet. That is awesome. I love that. So far, I have the Gnome and the Ninja, and now I have the Astronaut. There's only one of these per Mega Box, and this is one of the most sought after of those kind of mid-level inserts. Then we've got the well-connected werewolf again. And last but not least in that pack, the Hot Shot, not Hot Snot, Hornet. Let me get that one in a piece. I do love the Mega Heads. So behind me, I put together a little VeeFriends section. And I got to get some proper things to hold up the cards. But I put my Mega Heads over there because I do really like those. I forgot to mention those when Ann asked which my favorite inserts were. Only one per mega box. So people got to spend $60 to get one or get lucky on a pack. So definitely some value. I'm going to hold that aside so I can show what I got tonight. Yeah, I love it. I mean, that's one of the reasons to buy full boxes like this instead of just buying individual packs. Like, I don't even know if you could find individual packs to buy, but... Okay. All right, that's a good one. We need a numbered, we need a low numbered, we need an autograph, we need something hot in here. All right, next up we got a balanced beetle. Not a VF first card. We got the offense-oriented orangutan. Not offensive like my first thought. Offense. We got an articulate armadillo. Being from Texas, this should probably be one of my favorite characters, but it's not. Then we've got the modest moose. Next card should be something fun. Then we've got another X Factor. This one of the brave bison. And we've got a magnanimous Maltese. I think that might be the first of those I pulled. And last but not least, hey, we pulled Corso. The arbitraging admiral. There's a guy that works for Gary V, for VeeFriends, that I met at Emerald City Comic Con in person for the first time this year. His name is Corso, and he has a giant mustache. And so every time somebody pulls one of those cards, they're like, Corso! And I'm like, hey, I know that person. I met him. All right. 3 more packs in here. The heat's in here somewhere. I can feel it. I can feel the heat coming off the packs. Try not to spoil anything. Oh, all right. Gritty Ghost, not the variant. We'd hope for the one where he doesn't even appear on the card. But I do like how there's the little GG down on the bottom there for Gritty Ghost. Popular character. Next up, we got the Loyal Lobster. First VF card. First Chrome. Oh, the Versatile Viking. I think Versatile Viking is on the list, isn't it, for the variants? Every time I think I got it, I'm wrong. So don't let me lie to you. Let's look at it up. No, it is the... I thought there was one that was similar. I guess not. I guess I'm just living in a dream world. At least he's not a rear end. But don't bump. Found a nice card in my mega box. Dialed in dog number 5 of 25. Living Conundrum. Did you know? You've been here enough, probably do. My favorite number is 5, but 5 is Gary's favorite number as well. And so in the VeeFriends community, cards numbered to 5 fetch a little something extra, especially if Gary's chasing it down. But Versatile Viking, first VF card. Yo, Nadu 6, what's up, baby? Then we've got the Just Jackal. Fun tail colors on him. Another X Factor of the Moral Monkey. I don't know if I have that one yet or not. And the Mint Mink. One more. Ooh, the Boss Bobcat. I think this is one Allie's looking for. I'll have to check in with her. I don't remember if I have it already, but if I do, I definitely would trade for her. She likes the cats. She likes the kitties. Still no black cat. I've now opened at least 75 packs and no black cat. I've got to be on some sort of rare streak. This is like that time I opened like 17 premium packs in a row from Funko and didn't pull any redeemables. Nadu, I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good week. All right, we got 2 packs left of this mega box. First up is the Bombastic Baboon. He kind of looks like a character from a cartoon, but I don't know which one. It just looks familiar. Maybe kind of Powerpuff Girls-ish. Next up, we got the Persistent Penguin. Come on, heat. We got the Dedicated Dragonfly, another of my favorite characters. It took me 9 boxes to finally pull a Core Raccoon. Dang! And it's your character. Isn't that crazy? I think I've pulled... The reason Inostranet's become my character is because I did pull number 1 of 99. And I was like, well, there's a good omen, right? But since then, I've only pulled 2 base cards, and that's been it. Next up, we got the Steadfast Snake. Steadfast Snake. You got to say it with the S's. Oh, we got a backwards chalkboard. Could it be numbered? Not numbered. Dialed in dog. The very card Living Conundrum was just talking about, right? But the different variant. As soon as you make something your character, it starts out. Yes, that is the way. This is the way. We got a perspective pigeon. He looks a little drunk. And last but not least in that one, the caring camel. Man, come on. I thought there was heat in this box somewhere. Not a single numbered card. That's shocking. My luck so far had been pretty good. Each box had like one at least. That pigeon has seen some ish. Yeah, for real. Okay, this would have been, I think this would have been the front pack in the box. The way I had them organized. So maybe that's where the heat's been hiding. We're starting off with the Flexin' Fox, who does appear on the hobby box this year. Flexin' Fox. I have a hobby box back there. It's not, it was opened already. It's an empty box. That's followed by the Tidy Troll. The Gracious Goose. Yeah, it happens, Ann. Yeah, totally. I don't have real expectations, just high hopes. Unwavering Urchin. Come on, this is it. Right here would be something. Right here would be something. Looks like an X-Fractor. Oh, it's another manga of the Honorable Ohm. That's a sweet looking card. The Honorable Ohm, another of the manga. Beautiful cards. I love those. I love those a lot. I really ought to look and see how much those are going for. That'd be a fun set to work on. And two more cards in there. We've got the Prudent Polar Bear. And last but not least, the Consistent Cougar. Another one that I think Allie might have been looking for. No numbered hits. Saving them for another night. But still fun. Still fun. I love cracking every one of them. I'm working on completing that set, so now I'll need to go through. I started my own checklist of cards that I need. Let's see, where is it here? So I started my own list here. All the yellow highlighted ones are the ones I'm missing. Still quite a few of them. I bet I got at least 10, 15 of those tonight. You're Gonna Die Fly I pulled. Well-Connected Werewolf I pulled. Termite I pulled a couple. Stoic Slime I pulled one. Sharing Squirrel. So yeah, I made some headway tonight on the set, which is good. Polar Bear looks so annoyed. I love it. Wait, I gotta go back and look at this one again then. He does. He does. The Prudent Polar Bear looks like he has had a rough day. Now, I can't get enough, though. Like, I know the game with all of these is you crack enough and eventually you hit something. So I'm just going to stick with it. I like that, like, the pricing on these is not so outrageous. What was the sketch card you pulled? Not seeing it on the VF website. So it wasn't a sketch. This was a manga card. But the last one I pulled here tonight, I pulled two, was the Honorable Ohm. So if we go to... it may not have had a... I guess they all have a base card, right? Let's look at Ann's site. It's such a great resource, Ann. Well done. We've been fortunate enough in these communities, like I was big into the Funko NFTs, and we had Pop and Stock, who created his own utilities to help collectors, and now we've got your website, which is awesome. If we come up, it's Honorable with an H, of course. So it probably is up near the H's. Is there a base card for Honorable? I don't think there is. GG, Ghost, Honey Badger. Oh, there is. But because there's very different art. So there's the base card for Honorable Ohm, and you can see at the bottom there, the manga Speckle is the one that I pulled. Yep, Ann was right. Ann knows probably a lot of painstaking work went into getting that website set up the way you did. But it's amazing you created that, and to see every break site uses your website to go through the different letters. So you must have some really good traffic on there. Love it, and no ads. Look at her. Check dialed in dog. What's that? There are definitely sketch cards, and they're like one-offs from artists. So let's look on eBay so we can see a few of them. I've seen a lot get pulled, and I've been following a lot of the artists that draw them because I just like to see what else they have, right? Let's look up Topps VeeFriends sketch. There are these that are the original Gary hand-drawn cards. Well, not the original, but a rendering or a copy of one of his drawings. But then there are cards like this that are a true sketch. This one from Creepy Steve, who I think I follow on Twitter. He draws a lot of like Garbage Pail Kid style art. And some of these go for big bucks. So they're literally each a one of one. They took a blank card and they drew on it and then colored it in, and then they send it back in. Of course, it's got their signature on the back, and then they insert those into packs. There's some other fun ones. Oh, the Ambitious Angel. I've seen this one before. Very cute. These go for hundreds of dollars if you're fortunate enough to pull one. Oh, the crab is really cute. Oh, there's a Gary B. That one had two artists? Jessica Van Duzen? Oh, no, she signed it and then wrote her name. I see. So people could make out what it says. That's smart. Oh, this is really good. This reminds me of Pinky and the Brain a little bit. Just the art kind of reminds me of that. Tech said, let's go. Oh, my God, just won an adaptable alien sketch on auction on the Bay. Hey, let's go. Nice, Tech. Congratulations. Did you get a sweet, sweet deal on it? Narf. Let's see if there's another. Oh, hey, what a great fox. Look at this one. Zachary Mayers. Yeah, that's a great one. Some very talented artists that did the sketch cards. I don't know how many there are in total, but I saw at least one artist say he did like 20 or 30 or something like that. So there are a lot of those. And you can see these are all still ongoing, but if we flip over to sold, we'll see what Tech paid for his. We got $500 here for the Cynical Cat. That's a great one. $999 for the Moral Monkey here. $350 for the alligator. $255 for the Persistent Penguin. Like, they're kind of all over the place. But wait, which one did you get, Tech? Tech said he got Adaptable Alien. Let's see. Not that we need to be all up in how much you're spending on things, but I want to see the card. Oh! Wow, those are some fun ones. I really like the second one. It went for $2,000. That was 8 days ago. So that was right when the packs were really first dropping. Oh, that's a fun one. I wonder if the artists each got to choose what they drew or if they were told what to draw. Ooh, there's another fun one. Is that the Mindful Minakawa? Look at that art. I love it when they take up the full card like that and really go past the borders. I saw one guy did some horizontal sketches. But those are true sketch cards. They literally took a pencil, did some light drawing, then inked it, then colored it. I think on a lot of these, like if you're looking close on this one, you can kind of see some of the pencil sketch lines underneath there. Yeah, you can see a little bit in the background before they inked it. I think that's so fun. So they must have a matte texture to it that allows them to do that. You like the layout? Yeah, isn't it nice? I didn't get mine for $2K. I paid under $350. Nice. Yeah, I mean, there's some amazing artwork in there. It's so fun. I actually was on a podcast a few years ago with a buddy back from Texas, and he had a friend that was also on the podcast. I'd never met this guy before, and we start talking, and the friend goes, hey, I'm not going to be rude. I'm just doing some work while we're chatting. So I'm going to have the mic up, my head down. I'm going to be working. I was like, what are you working on? He's like, I actually do sketch cards for Marvel, for Disney, I forget which company was manufacturing the cards at the time, but he was drawing like the Hulk and Spider-Man and all the stuff on these sketch cards. So he'd be working away and then he'd show us what he had done and he'd go on to the next one. But he just had this huge stack of blank cards that he had to go draw on, and he was cranking them out. But he said he's like, I don't get to share or to keep any of these. I have to, every card is accounted for. I have to get it back to him because They make sure those all get into packs and stuff. But I was like, that is such a cool gig. I didn't ask him how much he got paid. I really wondered, because I don't think artists in a lot of cases get paid what they're worth. But, you know, you see what some of these go for in the aftermarket, secondary market, and truly you can see certain artists emerge as like the top ones. I'm sure they are asked to come back every year. Are the chalkboard cards the simple sketch cards, or does it depend on the variants? The chalkboards are not considered sketch cards either, but they are all drawn, I believe, by DJ Kaufman, who is the artist that I met during Emerald City Comic Con this year, and got him to draw on my Notorious Ninja comic book. But this is what the chalkboards look like. They're not actually drawn on there. He did the drawing and then they're printed. So these are not one of ones or anything like that. In fact, I bet these, you could probably get these for just a few bucks each. But they are simple in design, if that's what you meant. Yeah, they certainly are. Let's look up. I think, does Anne's list have a bunch of the chalkboards in one image? Let's look. No. Wait, I always do this. I always go to that section first when I need to be here. Yeah, here we go. There are 20 different characters in the chalkboards. And there are some rarities. So you can get the regular base, which is what I pulled, or they have some numbered to 99, some numbered to 50, some to 25, some to 10, some to 5, and some to 1. Hey, Ann, thank you for coming by. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for the, Misty, thanks for gifting that sub to Ann. All right, Misty? Like, and honestly, I know I've been driving this home. I'm not getting paid to say it. I'm from an analytical standpoint, looking at the scene, looking at what's out in collectibles now, cards are hotter than they've ever been. But the true long-term return on something is going to be getting in on the ground floor for new IPs, right? And those don't come along as often as you'd think. People make cartoons and comic books and stuff all the time that fail and we never hear from again in NFT projects. But Gary Vee, coming from his background, being an entrepreneur, having invested in a lot of startups, successful companies over the years, having his own marketing firm in New York, and then doing VeeFriends, and he is in on this thing. And I couldn't see him ever selling it. I mean, it's called VeeFriends. He's Gary Vee. I think this is something he's going to keep working on forever as his main project. This project's going to be around. It's going to be around in 2 years. It's going to be around 5 years. It's going to be around in 25 years. As he said many times, he's trying to build the next Pokemon. So imagine somebody we had access to back at the beginning of the Pokemon days openly was saying, I'm building this thing that's going to have a huge IP, invest in it now, and you'll get your money back. And most people would be like, who's going to care about a Pikachu? What is that? Like, my kids like it. Nobody's going to sink big money into this. Well, yeah, they do now. And I think VeeFriends has, it's building, right? It started with sketch cards, literally drawn, simple things. It's elevated into comic books and cards and coins and little minifigs and all kinds of stuff. Now Bose speaker collaborations, candy collaborations, and he'll just continue to invest in it and build it and leverage relationships to get it out there. And then before long, I mean, there are already some. There'll be cartoons, maybe movies. Who knows where it goes next. And the bigger those characters and all of VeeFriends get, the more valuable the early cards, Topps Chrome Series 1, Series 2, sketch cards, one of ones, the more valuable it all gets, right? So you can play, enjoy opening packs and have fun, but it also can be an investment if down the road this takes off the way I'm hoping it does. Just my opinion. Not a financial advisor, though I don't have to say that, but I think it's fun. If I collect for the next few months and then put all of this away and look back in 5 years, who knows what it is. I mean, when I started collecting Funko, I thought it would be something. I had no idea how big it would get. I sure didn't think I'd work for the company, but hey, that worked out for a while. Any other questions, Misty? I can tell you're intrigued. This is a great time while we have everything up in front of us. So if you have any other questions, let me know. If you end up getting into it and want to do any trading, You've got a community already. All right, it's 6:30. Definitely not 8:30. We got about 30 minutes. I do want to crack these. I want to finally do the thing and do this. And then we'll play the box game, and then we'll get out of here. I did this strictly as like just a whatever. Let's see what happens. They had these at Costco, and I thought it was fun since it is World Cup time. I don't know the players. I don't know, but thought it'd be fun to do, so I'm doing it. Exactly, Matthews Ranch. I didn't know you were still here. Thank you for lurking. Oh, there's an actual sealed sticker on the side. I was like, why won't that open? We'll help you figure it out. Don't worry. Exactly. I mean, thank God for the power of the internet, right? And the e-bizzle. So these are fun in the layout. They do this often at Costco. I've seen Tops there. We had some friends that went crazy on these. Every one of them comes with one oversized card, which is a Kaboom card. If you pull the Kaboom out of the regular sports packs, they're very hard to come by. So it's kind of cool that they made sure everybody could get one with these packs, but they are the jumbo, the oversized cards. And then there's this. I don't even know what this is. It says Road to FIFA on there, but that's what all these are. Come on, one pack is fighting me. Maybe it says on the outside of the box I just tossed over there. Doesn't say. Just says find one oversized Kaboom card, and then it doesn't say what this special pack is. But it's got to be special, or else it wouldn't come in a package like that. All right, we'll do that one last, of course. Let's start with the big one. Now, if you pull like a Messi or I know a couple of the names, those go for pretty good money on eBay. I'll try and be careful with it. I've never held a Kaboom card, much less owned one. I've seen them at shows, and they go for hundreds, if not thousands of dollars when they're football and they're like a famous player. Who do we pull here? We have got card number 24. Ooh, Diego Maradona from Argentina. That is a fun card. Yeah, I love the shiny. That's a lot of fun. It's not Messi, but who knows? Maybe he's a big deal. Is he really walking America? Now, I assume with the Kaboom cards, they probably did not make every player. That they probably made a handful of players, but it could be wrong. Diego Maradona, Kaboom. Hey, that's a $40 card. I will list that and sell it. That almost pays for this box. 40 to 50 bucks. I mean, that's a great start. But like, here's a regular size Kaboom. Look at that, $475. These oversized ones don't go for as much, but that's still awesome. Hey, I'll take that. Best hit of the day so far. Shep said, there you go. Exactly. All right, let's see what else we can pull in these. I mean, if we get lucky, we pull an actual Kaboom. That would be amazing. Another regular size Kaboom. Oh, these packs. These packs are going to be difficult, are they? Okay, there we go. I have no idea what the layout on these is. Like if there's a lot of them in each pack. If there's a best way to open these, but we'll go through them. Again, I don't know the players, so we're looking basically for inserts or anything that's extra shiny and different. That's what I'm going for. Diego Luna, the actor? Get sure I get the light. Oh, we got their nice shiny silver. Love that border on there. Put that aside. That sure seems special. There's another Diego Luna. Oh, Ronaldo. Now that is a name I know. Oh, and these are extra shiny. These last two we just hit. But Ronaldo, that's a good one. Right, Tech? But can they? I'm sure they can grade the jumbo cards, right? That is a nice looking card right there. It almost looks like it's off-centered the way that they did the design, but it's not, I don't think. The back looks pretty good. We'll definitely look up a few of these. And then we also got this one. Ooh, a Craftsman card. Look at that nice looking card. Jacob Motor. That's nice. Elite Series. I really probably should have gone to the other camera setup for this. Gamal. That's a nice looking design. I really like that design on there. Ooh. That's like, this kind of reminds me of the old Donruss Diamond Kings. That's a nice looking card. It looks like art, not like a photograph. Where's my glasses? We got to go to the glasses. Yeah, for sure, Walking Miracle. Yeah, this has, there's even like a texture on the card. I think it's in the printing, not in the card itself, but it looks like oil painting, like a canvas. That's a nice looking card. And then we're back to, oh, it's a rated rookie, but we're back to some more base cards. Another Romero. Zalewski. Wow. I don't know if every pack is like that, but there's a lot of fun inserts in there. That's interesting. The way they designed them, all the base cards have the road to FIFA in the upper corner like that, and then the gold foil on the bottom. But the rated rookies, they laid it out where the rookies in the bottom and the road to FIFA is in the other corner. I like that when there's a good visual standard for the cards, so when you're flipping through, you can easily pick things out. Yeah, these packs they're very tight compared to the VeeFriends ones. All right, let's see if I can do a better job of keeping these on the screen this time. Phil Foden. Nico Williams, Vlahovic, Diaz. Oh, we got, okay, now we're getting to the shinies. I hate when they flip them. Anthony Gordon, and that's on a chrome or refractor style. Chan Huang. Ooh, boy, that looks something nice. Look at that. Oh, and there's something really shiny behind it. Look at that. There's a little teaser. Ooh, what is that? That looks special. Jake O'Brien, Zero Gravity. Dang, what is that? It's not numbered, but that's a nice looking art design as well on that. They really did good with the foiling on these. Look really nice. We got another of the Craftsman cards. I'm betting there's one in every pack on those. I really like that art style. The Marvels. I did see something about this. That is a really nice looking card. Something tells me that could be worth a couple of bucks. Love the foil. What is the foil down in the corner there? It looks like a barcode, like on an actual comic book. I thought it was numbers or something. That's also not numbered, but that's a nice looking card. We've got another rated rookie. Yeah, these are great looking cards. It'd be nice if I knew something about these players, but I do not, so we'll just have fun with the art. Glasses on, getting serious. I missed that. Yes. Well, I can't see otherwise. I've gone blind. I gotta go have another eye doctor appointment this year and see about getting some different contacts that'll help me with the far and close. Yeah, that's exactly what these are, Randy. I've got contacts in to see far, but I need the readers for up close. Modric. That's a shiny. And we got Mateo. Shiny. Ooh, a gold. Rated rookie gold. The Magicians. There are a lot of insert types in these. Wow. Yeah, right, Ben B? Turns out they were. Ah! Dropped the card. Luckily it landed. It didn't ding a corner. Thank the Lord. Ooh, what is this? Another... Okay, this must be an extra special card then. Look at this one has a white border. This one I pulled earlier has a red border. This one is a rookie card too. Oh, there's another red border one. Maybe the white border one's more special. Those are cool. What is that RR? Rated rookie? It's got to be. But then why does that one say rookie at the top? Oh, this other one says PR. I'm confused. Another rated rookie. Mora. Oh, another He-Chan Wang. All right, we're not even halfway through these packs yet. Guess tomorrow I'll be listing some of these. Maybe with any luck I get my money and then some back and put that into some VeeFriends. I mean, the fact that I can get 40 for that that jumbo card, that's awesome. They really like making me flip these cards. Rojo. That guy has one name. Pedri. He's that special. David Raya. Now we get into the special cards. This is like a chrome. Becker. Brazil. Chrome with the gold. Yang, Korea, silver. Ooh, Dominators. Another variant type. Good Lord. Leroy. I can't even read it with the specs on. That is not, I like these art designs a lot. Show me a Kaboom. Oh, another Zero Gravity. Gabriel. Ooh, the Elite Series. We pulled one of these in the first pack. Yeah, those are nice. I sound like a broken record, I know, but I really enjoy the artistry that goes into the design of these cards. I'm assuming there are some possible numbered cards and or autograph cards. That's what we'd really like to hit. But some of these inserts, if they're for the right player, could be big. Come on, Kaboom, we're numbered. Ramos, Nabry, Isaac, McKinney. They really do walk a miracle. I'm sure partially for the pack opening. Like, I'm sure there are people that know they count how many cards and sort them so they end up with these at the very back. But also to protect them, which is very smart from getting dinged up on the exterior of the packs. They probably learned that over the years. That's really smart. Ugarte, Holland, Another Zero Gravity. That guy's name is Ebenezer. I thought the only name I've ever heard for Ebenezer was Ebenezer Scrooge. Didn't know that was a popular one. That's another one of the art cards with the white border, but this one does not have... Oh, Pitch Kings. It's PK, Pitch Kings. Now I see it. I didn't see it on there before. I'm betting that the red ones are worth more. Oh, another Marvels. Ronaldo. Oh, that's got to be sought after. That's probably a really good pull. That's probably a really good one. Yeah, pulling Ronaldo is probably going to be a win every time. Another rated rookie. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Shep. Makes sense, because I saw that Marvel's insert talked about. We'll definitely look him up on eBay. Another guy with one name. That's more common in soccer. Thanks to old Pele. One of the first book reports I ever wrote as a kid. That's halfway through the packs. Was on Pele. I played a lot of soccer as a kid. That was at the YMCA. That was the thing. So I did a lot of running. Yeah, like if you even look from the side, you can see in the middle where the heat is. You can see a little sparkle. Vasquez, Adams, Rockford, Jackson. Now we get to the shinies, sparklies. Starting it off with Skelly. And we got a rated rookie Monroy. Ooh, Keller on that nice refractor background. I don't know what that... I'm going to put that face down so I don't spoil it. What is this? Yeah, it's like a cracked ice background. Oh, it says optic down there. All these that are on the shiny are the optics. I just learned... I've heard that term before, but I didn't know how it applied, so just learned something. I didn't see what this next card is. Oh, another of the... Craftsman. Another of the Magicians. Hey, another Marvels. Let's go. Who's this one? Pickford. England. Those are cool. I like those a lot. Another rated rookie. Manzabi. I've heard that name. Tonali. Nusa, Rios, and Rodrigo. No, I didn't pull a Pele. I was just talking about, like, there's a lot of soccer players that go by one name, it seems, and Pele was definitely, I mean, when I was a kid, that was one of the first athletes I ever heard of, much less anybody that had one name other than Cher. Hell, this was pre-Madonna being big. Pre-Madonna. All right, we still have 4 of these packs and the special silver pack left. Rojo, Undav, Alvarez. On to the shinies. The optics. Ugarte. Zubamende, Raspadori, a Dominators, Mendez, another of the Pitch Kings, rookie card, another of the Elite Series, this time with a blue and red border. I don't know if that's because of the team. That's probably because of the team. Dembele. Rookie card. Mimovic. Yeah, the very first card I pulled is this Jumbo Kaboom of Maradona. and we looked it up, and it's going for like 40 bucks on eBay. So I'll get that listed. I think it's fun to have soccer cards, but I'm not a big fan. This is more of a test to see what might come out of something like this and if I could get my money back on it. I'm obsessed with watching videos where guys do like a pack a day or a box a day, and then they like, okay, it cost me $45, and they put 45 up, and then they'll show the value of each card as they pull it out, and they may make back $10 or $1,000, or they may lose 20. I love seeing those videos. Like, they're so much fun. Fulkrug. Romo, not the football Romo. Different football Romo. Bellingham. Now, the next one I know is where we start the shiny, so let me put these up. I'm learning. Come on, numbered or autograph. That's where the heat comes in. Shiny Gonzalez. Optic. Rated rookie Johnston, Scotland. Another optic Yamal. It's got the silver border. Got the Magicians. Silva. Dominators with the red border. Donnarumma. Hey, what's up, Falconer? How'd you do? It didn't. Another of the Pitch Kings. Odegaard. I've heard that name too. We got a rated rookie. Surquai. And then should be a few more of the commons here. Sosa. Not of the baseball. I collected a few Sammy Sosa cards back in the day, although Mark McGwire was my guy. So I wanted him to get the record, and he did. And then Barry Bonds crushed it a few years later. But what an era for baseball that was. I collected so much McGwire stuff back then. But I had been a fan of his since he was a rookie. I had his rookie card when it first came out. To the shinies. To the optics. Yeah, it was in its own pack. The way it was set up in the box, Falconer, they had them. It was like a big, wide box with the large card in the center, the oversized card in the center. We got an optic on that like cracked ice, Fernandez. Optic, another Zalewski. Had a few of his. We got a zero gravity, Almiron. Nothing numbered. Elite Series again. Yeah, those definitely are based on the team colors. So that green and white. Paddy. And is he playing for Ireland? With a name like Paddy? What country is? Yep, Irish football, and his name is Paddy. How perfect. That's funny. Oh, we got another one of the Pitch Kings. Modric. I think I had another one of him. And another rated rookie of Zanelli. I always wonder why some cards end up upside down and backwards. Like, it's kind of cool if it's an insert and they're hiding the fact that it's a autograph or a numbered or something. Last pack before the silver. Maybe the silver is where any numbered and or autographs would be. Falconer's got that extra dry humor. A /S just won't do it. All right, let's see if there's a last pack luck here. Jimenez, Murata, Huerta, Musa. This is where we get to the optics, so let me put those away. There are more cards in here than I thought there'd be. Rated rookie optic. Is that considered an optic? No, it's still a Donruss. Now these are optics. Kimmich. Josh Kimmich. Campaz, another rookie. Another of the... We had a bunch of these at the beginning. The Craftsman, Vargas for Switzerland. Zero Gravity, Holland. Pitch Kings rookie. Rated rookie. And then these are more commons. Oh, there's another Messi. First and last pack. We got Ronaldo and Messi. No Messi on the like the optics or any of those, but I bet that's still worth a little something. All right, let's see. We got all those. I do want to look up to see if anything has any value. Let's open this fancy silver pack though. I would assume this is where they separately put some heat or special kinds of cards. I don't know. The only time I've seen like solid silver like this is I've seen that Topps does sometimes like replacement packs. No Messi equals clean. Well done, Tech. Real, that means sarcasm, Falconer. So if you write something that you know is sarcasm, instead of an LOL or whatever, you put the /S at the end and then people know. Alright, let's see. Oh, look at that. The special design in the border. It's like a digital design. That's a fun one. Alvarez. Morata. So all these have that look. Barella. Unrecognized command. Lewandowski. Oh, that one's got some extra color to it. A red, white, and blue Valverde. Whatever that means. Zuli. Only person I've ever seen has 3 Z's in their last name. And a rated rookie, Asgard. And Puerta. So no number that I saw. It's possible I overlooked something. But we did pull, let's see, we got a Messi, M-E-S-S-I, not M-E-S-S-Y. And in that very first pack, we also pulled a Ronaldo, I thought. A couple of Romeros, not Ronaldo. Did I read that wrong? Maybe I did. That sucks. If I thought it was Ronaldo, but it was Romero. I swear I saw Ronaldo at the beginning. Am I crazy? Did y'all see that too? Did he run off on me? Maybe I put it in a different stack. Maybe I did make it up. Now I got a Messi in one of the last packs, but not a Ronaldo. Could have swore there was one at the beginning. You were looking up chalk cards? Good. I love it. I love that you're into it. Magicians, Dominators. Oh, the Marvels. That's where I got a Marvels Ronaldo, I think. Magicians. Yeah. This one. I thought there was another one, but I think that's something. I think that's probably going to be special. How many? I pulled, what, 3 Marvels cards? 2 or 3? I'm just sorting them a little bit here now, so it'll make it easier to look them up in a second. Dominators, Zero Gravity, Magicians, Craftsmen. Those are the big ones. Fun names. And then these Elite Series. Okay, I think I've got this separated into something more manageable. Of these, be interesting to see what the difference between the white and the red borders are, if anything. Could just be team colors. But I feel like the red... Some of these are rookie and some are not. Doesn't matter about the color border. But like these have a red foil and a red background. Something about that seems different to me. Okay. Well, let's start with the Marvels. I think that's probably where the money is, and I'm curious. So let's move on over here. We'll look up Donruss. And this is I guess 2026 FIFA Marvels. Oh, so some are numbered. Not any of the ones I pulled. But that guy went for $5 there. A Messi Marvels, not numbered, went for $10.49. Wow, already got it graded and back. Must have paid money for that. Let's just go ahead and look up the Ronaldo so we don't have to dig through all of them. $5 on one bid, but somebody got it graded. It got a 10. They got $60. Problem is, to get it graded, what grading company is that? That's not PSA. PTA. I don't know what their costs are, but that's something. That could be worth something, even raw. Let's see if there's any listed raw. Oh, there's listed raw. $5, $6, $7. That one went for 10. I mean, it's somewhere between 5 and 10. Numbered definitely would have gone for more. But wait a minute, is that gold or red on that? Red 2? Is that what that says? Is it card number 2? Yeah, it is. I kind of look like gold in the bottom left, but I think they're all just red, and just because it's shiny. But this one, it's so hard to tell by the photograph some people take, because that looks more like gold to me, but I'm pretty sure it's red. Falconer said, I've had Sully on my TV for 2 hours, but took a nap for half of it. Just woke up like 10 to 15 minutes ago. I'm happy I could be your calming voice. We also got Nabry. $1 or $2, and Pickford. I was thinking about this one day. A cool AI thing, about another $1, would be while you're doing this, if your camera kind of scanned them and looked and just popped up eBay values based off the last like 5 or 10 sales. Like, I feel like we could be there with the technology already, but I don't know. Let's see, Donruss FIFA. Let's look up rated rookie and see if there's any names that I don't know but are the ones to look for. Whoa, is that a numbered? Yeah, it's a numbered card. That's why I wasn't fortunate enough to pull any numbered cards. But let's organize by ended recently, price plus shipping highest first, and just see if any names appear. Mora. I thought I saw Mora on one of my cards. Yeah. Not the numbered one, but I did pull this kid. That gold numbered to 10 is going for big bucks. Oh yeah, this is a hot one to have. Let's see if just a standard, like all of his different versions do well. Did I pull any of his shinies? Any of his optics? Doesn't look like it. But I think he's a good card to have. Better than Lessa. Oh, we all got the jokes. Falconer said, I've been on the early shift 7 to 3 all week, so today I needed a bit of catching up on sleep. It's tough to change your normal work schedule, even if it's not to like crazy hours. There was a point right after college, I worked at the printing company, and they needed somebody to work in the middle of the night, and they were offering more money. So I would go in Monday through Thursday at like 10 p.m. and work till 6 a.m. because we had access to scanners that we needed to do this big project on. And it was great, but I couldn't sleep right during the day. It took me forever, and by the time I finally got used to it, it was time to switch back. So I didn't really, it was pretty brutal. So out of the rated rookies, it looks like that Mora guy's a good one. Did I put in just his name? No. But his is the one that comes up over and over again here at the top. That's really interesting. So he must be really good. Like every single card is him, except for, what is this one? Bobadilla? Every one of them is his. So this has to be something. Even though it's more of a base card. That's got to be a good one. I looked up the Focused Falcon a couple of weeks ago, so if I were to collect, I'd seek out that one. I've never seen VeeFriends in the wild here. So I saw a lot of people saying that they haven't been able to find them in Canada, but there's a chance that distribution still just hasn't gotten all the way up there. So I would keep looking, especially, like, y'all don't have Target, but you have GameStop, right? Or EB Games, and I don't know if you have Dick's Sporting Goods. Like, Ooga was here and basically made it sound like did not have Dick's, but Dick's Sporting Goods, but I don't remember exactly. I wonder if did I miss any of these that might be numbered? That would be a nice little find to look in there and go, oh, I missed that. That's numbered. Oh, I should look for this kid. What is his name? Mora. Luna. That's the name of Kelly's salon. Skelly. EB Games, yes, no Dick's Sporting Goods. Let's look up Optic and see if anything. 2026 Optic. Whoa, a gold Messi number to 10 sold for $6,000. Not shocked there. There's a 1 of 1 possibility? Dang. What is a 1 of, what do they number the 1 of 1? How does that even look? When you don't know the cards, I've seen people go through like the bargain bins. It's on the back of the card. I've seen this happen before where people go to bargain bins at a show and they'll find it where it's written like this on the back of a card and the dealer didn't even know that they had it. And somebody gets it for a song. I think I saw somebody got a, which player was that? It was somebody pretty big, and it turned out to be a several $1,000 card, and they got it for like $2. Easier to do in the early 20s, though. Bounce back fast. Oh, yeah, for sure. That's when I did it, and it would have been way more rough now. Way more difficult. So I wonder if they do all their 1-of-1s like that on the back. That's a good little trick if you're ever at a show and you know about certain 1-of-1s at brands like this. You can go through them because people may overlook them pretty easy. I'm looking at the back of these just to see if any of them have that. That would be amazing to find that. Yeah, it's going to take a while to go through all these. I don't think I can do it all on stream. I think more of the fun of just opening them up. But I'll definitely go through all these. I think the only other ones, like from the silver pack, would probably be some good opportunities. Let's see if anybody in here stands out. Asgard. What a kick-ass name. Oh, wait, this is numbered. I missed a numbered card. I did it. I should have caught this earlier. It just was so shiny, it blended in. Huerta numbered in the corner down there. Number 206 out of 270. Let's look that one up. That's fun. So I did get one numbered card. That's awesome. Let's look up Huerta FIFA Donruss /270. Not a hot ticket item. Even with those numbers, it just sells for $1 or $2. $3. But here's what some of the autograph ones look like. That would have been cool. Look at that. 2 autograph cards to $25 and only sold for $22.50. Yeah, Falconer, I did see bad reviews online. I saw trending today was fire James Gunn or some crap like that. I'm so like, this is a complaint in and of itself. So it's the thing I'm complaining about. But people are just so negative on everything, and I just don't understand what they get out of it. Like, why why human nature is, and for so many people, seems to beat a dog on things. Like, if you didn't like it, just keep your opinion to yourself. I don't think you need to tell the world. You're not going to save us all from the evil of James Gunn. I think he makes great movies. He wrote this, I think, but didn't necessarily direct, so it probably has a different style. I'm anxious to see it. I want to see it this weekend. I don't know if we'll be able to, but I'm definitely going to go into it just as open-minded as I would have if I heard everybody said it was great. Because I really enjoyed the Superman that he did last year. And I'm really looking forward to what he does with this universe. I think he was a big part of why Marvel was successful with Guardians of the Galaxy. And so I think it's a shame that people go out there and do stuff like this. It's just so stupid. Like find something better to do than tear down the world. I had this idea years ago. I don't know if this would play into it or not, but I actually bought the URL. But the idea of a social media credit score. Like, I think if people go out there and are just constantly negative and bashing on companies and other people, and I think that should push down their social media credit score to the point where their stuff just doesn't even surface. And then for people who are uplifting and engaging and kind to other people, their credit score should go up and their posts should rise. But as we have all seen, the negativity is what does well. And it's just so unfortunate. But I'm going to go see it. I'm going to support the movie. I can't wait. I'm very excited about it. I think the silliest thing that's come out of this so far is the Kentucky Fried Chicken brand partnering that they've done with those toys that are just very lackluster to me. It was not like Guardians. I'm not surprised since it wasn't directed by him. I am surprised that the story wasn't like it. And even on the trailer, you got a little bit of those vibes. So it'll be interesting. Ben B said, too many people think it's cool to hate without reason. Oh, well worded. The internet's made too many people used to talking smack without fear of getting smacked. Yeah, there's a tone. I've been seeing it a lot more lately, doing social media on a daily basis. There's a tone. Make this. Give us this. Even when I was at Funko, I was like, make this, you cowards. And it's just like, it's unnecessary, you know? Or using curse words. Like, when I see it, most of the time, I'm like, we don't need that. Like, just bye-bye. Negativity and no patience is the current trend right now. Yeah, I hate it. I hate it with a passion. There's negativity. But I have patience. Let's see what Paramount wants to do. They may decide to shift the DCU in another direction and in the Gunverse. I think it would be very short-sighted and way too early to make that kind of decision. One of the things I've said many times before is you got to let things develop, right? I still hold to this. Boba James had a different opinion than I did when we talked before, but I don't think there's any way Seinfeld would have lasted if it were on TV today, just starting its first season. Because it needed time to grow and develop into the show that it became. The greatest sitcom of all time, probably. I've heard, debates, but you got to give things time. And James Gunn has a proven track record. I think they would be foolish to walk away from that now just because management changed hands. But it is usually about just the numbers and the amount of money that they make. So if they don't make a lot of money, they will probably part ways quickly. It seems a real shame to me. I thought something was really interesting. I didn't talk about this. I went last week at Washington State SummerCon. I, of course, hosted a couple of panels. I didn't even talk about the other. I did the Jurassic Park kids. The young lady, Ariana Richards, who played, I cannot remember her character name in Jurassic Park. It was unique. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, she was very, very nice. And she didn't do many cons. When I went and introduced myself to her, she was like, yeah, I've only done a few of these, and everybody's so nice. And like, she was really, really sweet. She's an artist and hardly does any film or anything anymore. Lex, that's it. Good call, Benby. Yeah, because Brian and I were making fun of the old sci-fi series, Lex, Lexx. But what I was getting to was I sat in the Kevin Smith panel, And he was hilarious the whole way through. I loved every second of it. He's definitely a Gen Xer like us. He's great, right? Some people don't think so, but I certainly do. And he talked about making movies and how it was much easier for him in the Clerks, shortly after Clerks, because he was the hot thing. And so he could get movies funded pretty easily, and he was able to make quite a few different movies. He said now he's working on trying to convince, I forget which studio, to let him make Mallrats 2. They hold Mallrats and will not give him the license. He can't just go make it. He has to go through them. And it's one of the big ones, like Paramount or something. But they will never let him do it. And every time he pitches another idea, they're like, yeah, thanks, but no thanks. And I don't understand like why they wouldn't want that to be a thing. But the other thing is, he said he's got a script that he wrote years ago called Moose Jaws. And he's got it ready to go. And he needs money to make it. And he said he's been shopping around. He's got somebody helping him. And I thought for sure he was going to say, I need $50 million to make this movie or something. He goes, I just need $5 million and I can make this whole movie. And I'm like, you are telling me they're out there trying to find money for a Kevin Smith movie and no one will give him $5 million? That seems so silly to me. Like, I don't see how a Kevin Smith movie, even if it, like, I don't like Tusk, but even if it were along the lines of Tusk, it can make $5 million, can't it? It could make $10 million if it's decent. Like, I don't know how nobody's funding that. I thought that was shocking. Falconer said, I think their downfall was trying to play catch up to Marvel instead of doing their own thing. Made a mess of their own universe. See, I don't even... The Snyderverse to me was fine. I enjoyed the movies. I still watch Man of Steel pretty regularly. I've watched Aquaman a number of times. I thought those movies were fine. They weren't as good as Marvel, but I thought they were doing all right. I don't know what happened there. I don't understand it. Callard said, I have an odd opinion on James Gunn. For the most part, his movies have been so-so. He hit lightning in a bottle with Guardians. See, I looking at his broader career, I really liked, is it Slither with Nathan Fillion in the lead? Love that movie. Love the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Love the new Superman. Like, I think they're all great. I can't even think of other James Gunn movies offhand. Maybe if I looked at the full list, I might change my tune. Let's see. What else? Let me bring it up. James Gunn movies. But this whole trending fire James Gunn, like, everybody who participates in that should just lose their Twitter handle. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Peacemaker, the series, loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun. Creature Commandos, I didn't watch it because I'm not a big animated feature guy normally. Oh, he was a producer on those, director previous. I never watched Super, although I've heard that's really good. Slither, I loved. It only has 4.2 stars on IMDb, but I thought it was... Oh, wait, 6.5. But I thought it was really good. I just saw Slither the Gag Reel. I've never seen that. Must be all the outtakes. I mean, ultimately, he's not done a huge... He's 18 or 19 movies directed. So I need to watch Super. Nice, Allie. Natty said, release the Batgirl movie. I think that's just absolutely insane what they did there. Why you go through all the effort to making the movie and then make the decision to not release it, even if you just put it straight to streaming. The argument I heard was they think it was bad enough to harm the brand. Like, oh, I saw that and therefore I won't see anything else you make, is a really wild take to me. That's their thought process, if you call it a thought process. Just that, and like the whole studios meddling in the movies and telling people what to use and what to do and how to edit, and they're accounting guys. They need to let the artists make the art. People who don't like it are meatheads who don't like a real story. That seems like a fair take. Release the 94 Fantastic Four movie. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Going way back. Is that not? You can't view that anywhere? That's funny. I didn't know that. When you first said it, I was thinking like, you know, the the original ones with Jessica Alba, but that was not 94. That was later. Yeah, it's silly business. I can't imagine the idea that the thing that pissed me off about the Batgirl movie the most was that we got Michael Keaton as Batman again, and I thought that was the best part of the Flash. I love seeing him as Batman again, and he was going to do it another time in that Batgirl series. He did it. He performed it. People saw it that were there in the room, and then they just disposed of it. That's what a waste. Nadu had a fantastic idea. Let's see. Hard to believe. I'm kidding. There was something before the Batgirl. I thought that's what you were referencing. Let's see what Paramount wants to do. They may decide to shift. No, wait, was there something else? I only see those 2 comments. Can you post it again? Was it not the Batgirl movie? I don't see the other comment. Sorry. I wish there was a way somebody could, like, tag that comment to show up new in the chat again. All right, I'm going to move these cards over. We're going to play the box game, and then I'm going to get out of here. Just sitting there patiently waiting for the VeeFriends Butts on Things cards to materialize. Oh, that'd be fun. I love that. Just sitting here patiently waiting for the... Of course, I can't see the whole comment. Oh, waiting for the VeeFriends Butts on Things card to materialize. That was it. Okay. Yeah, I think that would be amazing. I think Butts on Things is still highly underrated. Like, I think more people are going to find out about it in the coming years. I can't wait to see what Brian Cook does with it. He's just such a nice guy too. Like, every interaction I've ever had with him has been wonderful. He's such a nice guy. I really want to see him succeed. So anything I can do to support that, I absolutely will. Yeah, that would be great. His stuff needs to go global, and I think it has a really strong chance. I mean, he's worked his tail off, and he's extremely talented. It's just so fun. I mean, who doesn't love a good giggle at like something with a butt on it, right? Okay, let's box game it, kids. It's time for that. And then I'm going to get out of here so I can eat and hang out with my wife. We haven't got to hang out a lot here lately because life's been busy. I'll get the boxes out, then I'll get the prizes out. I think everybody here has participated in the box game before, but just in case, man, I really have a mess here. But just in case you're lurking, everybody is eligible to participate in the box game. You earn points by watching the stream. Those are tallying up all the time without you having to do anything at all. You can check your points like Walking Miracle just did by typing an exclamation point points in the chat on Twitch. Entries into the box game are 10 Sully bucks or points each. Got them all? I got them all. 10 Sully bucks each. You can buy up to 150 tickets. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the prizes, and there's a post-it note for each of the prizes. Then we'll put the post-it notes in the boxes. You guys buy your tickets, and it's like a game show. Somebody's name will get selected, and they are my player of the game. They'll pick a box, and then we play the game out, and they will get the prize that's in the box they won, or sometimes we make a deal. But I'll show you the prizes that you can win. We got the Mandalorian pop. This is a 2019 New York, or not New York, it's a fall convention exclusive, so it's the shared exclusive. I've got an unopened blaster box of VeeFriends Topps Chrome 2026. If you win this one, I will open it up. I believe there's 8 packs inside. You'll tell me which one you want. We open that. The contents are yours. We've got, what else do I have here? Mandalorian, VeeFriends, Spider-Man Biddy Pop. We'll talk about that in a second. We got the Deadpool Topps Chrome. Where'd that go? Over here. So far, I think we've only opened 1 pack out of here, but I've got Deadpool Topps Chrome. Again, if you win, we pick a pack out of here, we open it, the contents are yours. We need 1 more prize. I think, did we give away another Priscilla prize pack last week? I think we did. It seems like every time we pull up her stuff, somebody wins. But we have to have a Priscilla prize. Well, speaking of butts on things, what perfect time. I gotta organize the Priscilla stuff. Okay, I think we got a little something here. So for the Priscilla prize pack tonight, we've got one of her cleaning cloths from Emerald City Comic Con. We got one of these great sticker sheets that's butts on things and Sune, featuring a bunch of cute little characters, including a Sune with a little butt, and look at it, Superman. We got an Emerald City Comic Con sticker featuring Sune art from Priscilla. We've got one of the enamel pins. I thought these were all in blind bags, but somehow I have one that's not. From San Diego Comic Con that's got the Hall D on there. And last but not least, I think it's the very last one I have, we got a Sparkbird card deck. So might actually be mine that somehow ended up in there, but that's all good. We can give it away as a prize. So that's Priscilla prize pack. And then last but not least, we've got the Biddy Pop, which is a Spider-Man. The movie comes out in a little over a month. If you win this one, let's take a look at the back there. You tell me which one you think it is. We open it. If you are wrong, you get to keep the Biddy Pop still. But if you pick the right one, you win all the prizes. And when I say all the prizes, I mean the Mandalorian Pop, one pack out of each of these two boxes, the prize pack from Priscilla, all of it. So let me get the game giveaway set up. I really have run out of desk space here with the cards. The cards have taken over. I'll get the giveaway set up. You guys will buy your tickets, and I'll load the boxes up. If anybody has any questions, please ask so that we can help you out. We want everybody to be able to participate. Giveaways. There we go. We are playing the box game. 7 minutes on the clock. Everybody's eligible to participate. Again, you can check your points just like Buzz King just did by typing in exclamation point points. 10 points per entry, or 10 Sully bucks per entry, up to 150. The only caveat is if you win, I have to get a U.S. shipping address from you. I don't ship internationally. You can have it shipped to a friend or use a reshipper. Here we go. We're going to start the giveaway. Meow. Type in exclamation point enter, followed by the number of tickets that you'd like to purchase with your Sully bucks, or exclamation point ticket, followed by the number of tickets that you'd like. Again, using your Sully bucks. If you guys see anybody who doesn't have enough to buy or whatever, please point that out for me so that we can help them out. I need to make one more Post-it for the Priscilla prize pack. Say that 5 times fast. A Post-it for the Priscilla prize pack. Okay, got the Post-its made. Now I'm going to slide them into these boxes without looking to see which Post-it goes in which box. Wait, I looked right at the number. If that doesn't work, I got to shuffle these now. Ticket min. Does that work, Falconer? It did buy you one ticket. That's funny. All right, now shuffle the Post-its. I'll show the Post-its one more time just so you know they're on the up and up. We got the Priscilla prize pack. You don't need the penny sleeve. We've got the Deadpool Topps Chrome. We got the Spider-Man Biddy Pop. We've got the VeeFriends Topps Chrome. And we got the Mandalorian Funko Pop. I really thought that was going to get one last week, but it did not. All right, don't look. Grab a Post-it. Just need to make a laminated PPP. Yes, right? That'd be funny. That'd work. I didn't read them. I just kind of looked to glance. Hey, Ooga, what's happening? How are you now? Any luck finding VeeFriends up in Canada? I don't know if you've actually been looking or just keeping an eye out for them. No? Did you want to get some? I noticed I was watching a live today on Whatnot, and several people from Canada were asking. And they made it sound like there's a chance that there still could be some distribution headed to Canada. But they couldn't really confirm it. It sounded more like it was just delayed in getting to some stores up there. But I know, I mean, speaking from experience, working for several companies now, the Canada is a little trickier to get into. But there are distributors that distribute to smaller stores. So maybe there's a chance that some of the VeeFriends stuff went out that way through Topps. Because if you've seen Topps Chrome sports cards, right? Yeah, I would imagine that is a problem. That is problematic, though, the pricing. Okay. Something fell. All right, prizes one more time. Chance at a Topps Chrome pack out of this box. Brand new, never opened. Deadpool Topps Chrome pack. We've opened it before, but there's still some fresh packs in there. The Mandalorian 2019 Fall Convention exclusive. We've got the Priscilla Prize pack featuring the cards, the enamel pin, the Emerald City Comic-Con sticker, the Butts on Things Sune mashup sticker sheet, and the Priscilla Emerald City Comic-Con cleaning cloth. Absolutely love that thing. And last but not least, we've got the Deadpool Bitty Pop. If you win that, you tell me which one it is. If you're wrong, you still get the Bitty Pop. If you're right, you get all the prizes. All the prizes. All right. I really have a bit of a mess here. I'm going to set these over here. Get that all the way. Now I'll see if I can set up the boxes. Last Saskatchewan Pirate. Time to raid some cargo ships carrying VeeFriends. I don't think we need pirates to get distribution sorted. I would love to win this and get the VeeFriends pack in the Ooga. Wouldn't that be great? Have you ever set up a reshipper, Ooga? I don't know how expensive that is. I know Nadu uses one. There's our boxes loaded and ready to go. I know Nadu uses one. I just wondered if that was something that, like, maybe you could find them on a website somewhere and have them sent through a reshipper. Because Target did have them up. They had mega boxes earlier in the week. Unfortunately, they canceled a lot of the orders because, you know, it's 2026 and you can't know how many you have in stock and are going to ship. That's silly. And then early this morning, they put up some blaster boxes. They sold out quickly, but they did have them. So just wondering if you did find them posted somewhere for sale, could you get them sent through a reshipper to you? I don't know how that works, cost-wise. Uh-oh. Funko Addict Tech, are you out of points or did you... You got to have points. Have you spent them all? You got one ticket. Oh, dang. Oh, there you go. It just upped it to 43. All right. He's good again. Remind me at the end of the stream, I'll give away some more points, which is going to be in just a few minutes. We're already at 5 minutes and 30 seconds on the giveaway. So a minute and a half, and we'll get you guys, we'll get a winner picked. We'll get the winner sorted, and we'll get on out of here. Just over 1 minute. They're not cooperative. I wondered about that. I know, I don't know how close you are to the border, but I know Top Pops has a P.O. box in upstate New York. He goes across like once a week or something and gets his stuff, which for him makes sense because that's his full-time job is reviewing, you know, product. But I'm surprised no one asked what I thought about the Funko Invincible stuff for SDCC. I just saw that was kind of trending today in my search stuff on Twitter. Did Misty send you some points? Oh, how sweet. Thank you, Thank you, Liz Misty. 30 seconds left to enter. That just reminded me that I forgot to respond to somebody on Instagram. I can't keep up with. There's just too many things going on. Work has been busy. 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closing the giveaway, which for some reason I have to do twice. And let's get a drum roll in the chat. Falconer using this /S. I love it. Here we go. We're picking our winner in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And our winner is no. 3 weeks in a row, Parrot owns the RNG, the random number generator. Loves Parrot. That is, I don't think that's ever happened. The only thing that would make it even better is if Parrot won it all tonight. 3 weeks in a row? Or 2 out of the last, like, 4 or 5? That's, I don't think I've ever seen it. That is, look at all the rigged. You guys never go wilder than when you're using the rigged emotes. You think it's broken. Well, didn't you win 2 weeks in a row? I think you won 2 weeks in a row, Chuck. All right, box 3 says Parrot, going for the VeeFriends. Let's see, box 3, there it is. We'll just give her a spin, and we'll set that aside. We'll let John Nolan protect box 3 while we go through the others. No shenanigans, it's gonna stay right there. Let's go through the other boxes and see the prizes you didn't win first. Box 1, first prize you did not win. Is it really, Liz? That's crazy. First one you did not win. The whole thing's gonna be tainted by rigged. Oh, right off the bat, the VeeFriends Topps Chrome is out, but still got the Biddy Pop chance, so it's not over yet. You could still get a VeeFriends pack. All right, let's go to box 2. Another prize you did not win. We're gonna mix it up this week. We're gonna put like box 5 versus box 3 or something crazy like that. Oh no, the Spider-Man Biddy Pop is out. There goes your VeeFriends. There goes your VeeFriends. Misty says, don't be the Mando. She must want it. All right, we got box 3. That's the prize you did win. We've also got boxes 4 and 5. Let's leave it box 5 versus box 3. Box 4 is another prize you did not win. You did not win for Misty. Let it be the man. Oh, it fell. It fell. Uh-oh. It's the Deadpool prize pack, or the Deadpool Topps Chrome pack, which leaves, yet again, I think this is what happened last week. You got the Priscilla prize pack and the Mando. Last week I offered a deal on the Priscilla prize pack. Parrot was not having it. I think we know the answer if I were to even try it this week. So it's going to come down to Mando or Priscilla prize pack. Let's go to box 3. This is the prize you did win. I know, Walking Miracle. But if you can trust anybody, you guys can trust me. I'm no shenanigans. No shenanigans. Here it is. Is Mando finally leaving? Or is another Priscilla pack scooped up right away? I see green marker, which is what I just wrote for Priscilla prize pack. It seems like her stuff goes every time. Priscilla prize pack again for Parrot 314. And just to prove no shenanigans, box 5, another prize. This is the one you didn't win, and that is the Mandalorian Funko Pop, just for Misty. Wow, 2 weeks in a row. I'm so glad I was lazy and didn't ship. Gotta do that this weekend. I think that's gotta be a priority. So for Parrot, I think I even made an entire plastic bin for you. Look at this. Last week's Parrot Priscilla prize pack. And we put more Priscilla goodness. Luckily it was a variety of items. So you do have 2 cleaning cloths, but I mean, who couldn't use 2 cleaning cloths? Mando lives to see another week for Liz Misty. That is cray-cray. I think I'll have to hit up Priscilla and see if she can send me some more gifts, some more prizes, because they've been going like that. I definitely need to organize what I have from her. All right, gang, that was fun. Parrot, what an unreal streak. How many tickets did you buy this week? 150. Parrot maxed out. So the odds are, it was like a 14% odds, are still, they're still playing right. It is crazy though. It is crazy 3 times in like a month or whatever, or maybe 5-6 weeks. And again and again and again. Maybe Mando needs to disappear and somehow end up at Misty's front door. Well, that's not how the box scam works. Sorry. I'll organize those later. I've got a lot of cleaning to do in here. Gang, it was a lot of fun. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me through all the pack wackiness, and we had some good times. We had some funs. We had some fun. Let me give you all some points. In honor of Parrot, I'm giving everybody 314 points to help juice those accounts for the next box game. Even Parrot gets 314. Uga needs them. I think Tech definitely needed them. I would love to stream more and give you guys more chances to get them. What I definitely need to do, exactly, Pi. What I definitely need to do is bump it where you're getting more points per minute that you're here, so we can help fix that. But I just haven't had any time to do anything. I'm still on an old version of OBS. I haven't even gone back to my other streaming. What was the other streaming thing I was using? I don't even remember. It was so cool. I got to get back in there. I'm sure they've updated it a bunch. One day. I don't know when, but I'll figure it out. Maybe 4th of July weekend, because I think Kelly's out of town that weekend. Meld. Oh yeah, that was it. All right, let's find somebody to raid. I think we were did we raid Boston last week or Jace? I don't remember who it was. But we'll look on Twitch and see who's on. You need to stream like a Charlie game a few hours a week so we can earn more solid. I would love to. It's just after a full day of work and then getting away from the computer for a little while, making sure I get some exercise and walks. I'm trying to do that every day except Fridays. Spending time with family. There's no more time left. And trying to sleep. Once upon a time, I'd just be like, oh, I can do it all and not sleep. But I'm not doing that anymore. I'm past those days. You're absolutely welcome. Thank you for being here, Allie. Watch me spoil that for Natty. Wait, what was that? What was if the box game mods edition where only mods can participate? Sure, Misty has a higher chance of winning. That's funny. All right, let's see. Who is on follow? We got Jace. We got. Ooh, Mr. Greggles. Is he playing a game? Or is he drumming? I love this guy's stream. He's playing an actual game. I did not know he ever did that. We may raid over to him just because I think he's pretty awesome. Poppin' Stock's got his game going. Chris Perillo's got to raid over to Perillo again. Oh, we raided the Savage last time. That's right.
Yeah, it's almost like they're
oh, Savage must be doing Extra Life ATL again because I see they're live at the same time. But we're going to mix it up. I'm going to raid you guys over to Mr. Greggles. If you haven't seen him before, he does these amazing drumming sessions. But he's not doing that this week. He's playing a game. So a little something different. You're a mod. Everybody's a mod. All right, I gave you guys some points. Please go over, hang out with a hashtag Sully raid when you go over to Mr. Greggles. Raid him. And hopefully I won't push the wrong button this week. Remember to wash your hands, check in on somebody you love, make sure they're doing okay. And above all else, most importantly, Nerd Unite. I will see you guys next Friday.
Is the amount of mass I
have fun. Be safe.
I have enough to defend against air. I have enough to defend against land.
There we go. How come I can't hear?
Sully, hello. How you doing? Thank you for the raid. Right there. Can I? Am I able to push out here and just make some anti-air there? We're playing Supreme Commander, and I'm getting my ass handed to me. We did have Sindri playing alongside,